This is true. This is very, very true. Just make Adrian do all the work. That would probably, that would be the best case scenario, right? But you know, think about this. You guys, you all follow some different gurus. I mean, I try not to ever use the word guru with myself. That's I don't really like the term. However, I'm sure that you're all following some other gurus of some kind. They're sending emails. They're building web pages. They're writing Facebook ads. They're doing all of these tasks. But yet, when you get on their Facebook, you see that they're in Anguilla, or they're in the Cayman Islands, or they're in Costa Rica, or they're on vacation. And you know, you have to stop and think to yourself, are these gurus, right, massively successful people, sitting down and actually sending every email that goes out? Are they building every web page that gets shown? Are they writing every ad that goes on Facebook? For instance, a lot of you, I see you've mentioned my brother. Is he literally adding every single product to his Shopify store himself? And the answer to that is absolutely not. We absolutely are not doing all of that stuff. We have a secret weapon. And we've had this secret weapon, gosh, I don't know, for myself now for at least 5.5 years. And our secret weapon actually has a name. Would any of you like to guess our secret weapon's name? If you guess our secret weapon's name right now, I'm going to give you $100. Go. I'm looking. I'm not seeing anybody having the exact person's name that is our secret weapon. Oh gosh. Let's see. I'm still looking. Come on, keep it coming. We have a secret weapon. All right. I'm not seeing anybody answer the exact secret weapon. Oh, come on. Keep them coming. Right? Boom. All right, James Gray. James Gray, you won the guess. You won the contest. I'll be contacting you after this webinar, and I'll be giving you $100. So here's the answer that James gave. The answer is Daven Michaels. So all of you said outsourcing, and a lot of you said automation, and a lot of you said this, that, and the other. The answer is our secret weapon. A lot of really successful people that value not only their financial freedom, but their time freedom. We all use this kind of underground secret weapon. His name is Daven Michaels. Now, Daven is the CEO of 123 Employee. And what's great about Daven is able to connect people like me, people like Adrian, with virtual assistants that are trained, okay, trained to do our jobs for us. Now, here's what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about somebody sitting in the Philippines that's never done a thing in their life, that's sitting at home and it instantly gets a message that says, hey, all of a sudden you get to do work for Anthony Morrison. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a business that's been in business for many, many, many years, that is in the business of helping people like me, people like Adrian, and people like you automate all of our internet marketing tasks. How many of you would love to have a virtual assistant actually doing most of this work for you? I know so many of you have our mobile opt-in software. You have Adrian's software. You want to do Shopify sites. You want to send emails. All of these things. Well, in order to do that all, you would have to just basically be Superman, right? And I'm not Superman. Adrian's not Superman. And I don't believe any of you are Superman, right? So you have to be able to find a team, build a team that can do that. But that can be very expensive. That can be very, very expensive, and it can be so time-consuming because when you find a team, you now got to train them to do what you do, and that is super, super difficult, especially when all of you are still learning. How many of you would agree with me right now when I say that you are still learning to do what you do? Just say yes if you are still in the learning mode. Okay, I'm seeing tons of yeses, literally just so many yeses that I don't even know, I can't even count them all. Tons of yeses. Okay. All right. If you are still, now, mind you, we're all always learning. I'm still learning. However, most of you are in the beginning stages of the learning. Okay, so if you're in the beginning stages of learning, now is not an easy time for you to go and train somebody how to do what you're still just now starting to learn yourself. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Press the number 1 and put it in the chat box. Put the number 1 in the chat box if you understand that you should not be training people to do something you are currently just now learning how to do. Makes a lot of sense, right? Okay, I'm seeing a ton of ones, so I've made my point. All right, well, that's where Daven comes in. Daven has a staff of people that are trained, currently trained, to send emails, to write ads, to help you with building web pages. If you've got a Shopify store, they can help you actually load products onto the shop. They can help you build the Shopify store. They can help you with every single task that you might have or need help with, right? How many of you feel like that could be beneficial to your business, to getting your business off the ground, to have people that are already trained to do these tasks? You know, the only reason that we're even doing this webinar, by the way, this is completely different than if you read the emails from me, that of course I had my virtual assistant send out and schedule. All of those emails from me said we were going to talk about social entrepreneurship tonight. I changed it to talking about basically not really outsourcing. Outsourcing can be a very, very scary process because you're literally just going out and trying to find somebody that can do what you need them to do. That's difficult. What I want to talk about is not outsourcing. It's 1, 2, 3 employee, and that's it. It's Daven Michaels, what he's done for my business, what he's done for Adrian's business, what he's done for a lot of our partners' business, and what he can do for your business, because he can literally take it, get you set up with someone that can start doing all the tedious tasks. Because the one thing that I saw that came to my inbox all week long, and of course I was sitting back in Anguilla, I was in Miami, and I was reading my emails, and I noticed that the biggest thing that people were telling me was that you were stuck getting started, right? You were stuck just getting started with some of these tedious tasks, some of the things that maybe you don't know how to do. Like, for instance, maybe you don't know how to set up your autoresponder, or you don't know how to actually put the emails in and send them. Those types of things, those are not like very difficult things, but when you're brand new at something, they can be overwhelming. They can stop you from getting started. And so I thought, okay, I have to listen to you. If I'm going to be a good teacher, if these Success Connection trainings are going to be worth your time and worth my time, then I've got to be a better teacher. I've got to be paying attention to what you say to me, paying attention to the emails that you send to me, so that I can help you go down the path that you need to go down and help you kind of get over all of the hurdles. How many of you would agree that that's something that I should be doing? Just say yes. Just say yes for me. I've got to listen to you, and I've got to respond to your questions, okay? So I got a lot of questions about this, okay? A lot of questions. And so I called Daven, who is currently in, I think, Dubai. He's not, it's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. his time, something like that right now. And I said, listen, you've been helping me for many, many years now, like so many years that I can't even remember when we got started working with Daven. Our virtual assistants send out all of our emails. I literally do not send an email, okay? And you all know you get a lot of emails from me. I don't actually send them. I approve what's getting sent out, but the person actually plugging away and doing all that time-consuming stuff, and that stuff that can sometimes get confusing, it's somebody that Daven set me up with, right? So I asked Daven, I said, look, can you come on and do a training and show my students how they can get away from their computer, how they can allow somebody else to do some of these things for them, how they can do exactly what I'm doing. So this presentation tonight is not a course that's literally saying, hey, here's a bunch of ways to make money, okay? We've already seen that. A lot of you are enrolled in a few of our different programs, whether it's our programs or some of my guest programs. Now what I want to do is I want to show you how to leverage those programs. I want to show you how to leverage what Daven has really committed his whole life to, so that you can finally start to have success with some of these programs that you already have. How many of you would like to learn how to do that tonight? Just say yes for me. I want to see if you're engaged, if you're excited, if you're, okay, all right, well, all right, lots of you. Very cool. All right, I'm seeing a ton of you, so that's there's so many yeses in here I can't even count them all. All right, couple of house cleaning or just kind of things I want to go over before I let Daven get started and before I bring him on. Number one, we all know that next week is Thanksgiving. Okay, how many of you are aware that next week is Thanksgiving? Say yes. All right, lots of yeses. We all know. We don't forget. All right, the Success Connection event. I'm not going to cancel it just because next week is Thanksgiving, but I am going to hold it on Wednesday night. So that will be the first time we've changed our Thursday Success Connection. It will be on Wednesday night next week, okay? How many of you hear me and are going to make sure to put your schedule for Wednesday night, okay? Wednesday night. Same time, it'll be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it will be on Wednesday, okay? Now, the second thing that I want to tell you is we did say we were going to give away $600 tonight. So I've already given away 100, but we'll be giving away 600 more, okay? So $600 more will be given away Wednesday night on our Success Connection, okay? Everybody good with that? How many of you are excited about, well, there'll be $600 given away tonight at the end of this webinar, and then we'll be giving away money next Wednesday on the Success Connection. Sorry, I saw Daven's screen was going nuts and on the chat box going nuts. All right, cool. So we're good. We all know a couple of things to make sure of. Next Wednesday, you join us on the Success Connection. I'm actually bringing my brother on. It's going to be a great presentation, a lot of training. You don't want to miss it. It'll be great going into Thanksgiving. Number two, tonight we'll be giving away $600 at the end of Daven's presentation. Number three, you need to make sure that you turn off all the distractions, get rid of all the TVs and all that nonsense that's going to distract you from this. I believe that this is not the key to you making millions of dollars. This is the key to you finally getting started. This is the key to you finally using the stuff you've bought. It's, to me, you can't beat having someone else push the ball up the hill for you so that you can just ride it down, okay? How many of you are with me? Just say yes if you're with me. All right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Very, very good. Awesome. How many of you saw me speak this past weekend in Miami and or in Nashville? If you did, just put in the number 1. I just want to see how many of you are here. Michael is here. Abby is here. Troy. Okay, I see a lot of you. All right. Good deal. Welcome. You guys can see that I made it home safely. Still have my voice. Some of it anyway. And I'm still raising my hand, and I can't forget, I keep raising my hand. I did these live events this weekend. I went and spoke at 2 great events, a bunch of phenomenal people. I can see that a lot of you are on here. And I got in this whole raise your hand thing instead of typing, instead of saying type in the chat box. So, of course, I'm all over the place. But anyway, all right, so listen, I've spent 20 minutes doing an introduction, but the reason I did that is because I want you to understand the power of building a team, the power of having someone else help you build that team, and the power of not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, like some of us have done, making the mistake of trying to build a team full of people that aren't really ready and able and capable of doing what you need them to do. So with that said, I am going to turn this presentation over to Mr. Daven Michaels to help us all learn how to have, as you see on the screen, wealth and freedom, living the laptop lifestyle, just like I've done the last couple of weeks. You guys have seen me do it, leveraging other people to do a lot of the tasks that we need them to do so that we can build our businesses and have massive success. Daven, are you there?
I am, Anthony. Good morning from Dubai.
Well, I guess good morning in Dubai. It's 8:21 at night here.
Yes.
I just had dinner. You just had breakfast.
That's right. It's about 6:30 in the morning here, and I want to welcome all of you to the webinar. And if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing up at 6:30, well, Anthony asked me to jump on this webinar in the morning, and then in a little bit I'm going to be on stage here in Dubai, so I figured we'd do it. It made sense. And Anthony, you've got your webcam on, right?
I have it on, man.
So my computer's kind of doing some weird stuff. I can't see it. I know you could see me flipping screens, but I'm going to see if I can turn on my webcam for a second, and I'll let you all see the sun rising here in Dubai. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, it's not working. Darn it. Let me see something here.
Gotta love the
Um,
GoToWebinar.
yeah, totally. Now, guys, can I hit start broadcast? Will that screw anything up?
Yeah, the broadcast already started, so you definitely don't want to hit that.
Okay, so in that case, I guess I can't turn on my camera. What a bummer. I want to show you the sun rising over Dubai right now. It's just spectacular. If you haven't seen it before, it's amazing. It's like a concrete jungle in the middle of the desert that didn't exist 15 years ago. It's
Well, look,
unreal.
everyone can just relax knowing that they can see my office behind me instead of the sunset in Dubai.
There
And
you go.
here's a FedEx envelope that our postal service that came in for me today. Here's some new credit cards American Express sent in. Here's my pen. So I'm sorry you don't get to see. I'm sorry you don't get to see. You don't get to see Dubai, but hey, you get to see a few. There's my whiteboard. So still entertained.
There you go. Hang on, let me try one more time. Let me see. Well, no, it won't do it. What a bummer. All right. Well, that's cool. Shall we jump into it?
Yeah, let's get started. I think I spent a good bit of time, Daven, introducing you because I want people to realize the concept that I'm introducing them to. This whole laptop lifestyle. Sometimes that can be overplayed a little bit. People think, oh, it just means you don't do any work. What it really means is you actually have this secret weapon. You have someone else that knows an awful lot about building a team, about training people, and then you just leverage that. And so I really wanted people to see kind of what you had done for us in our business, and then I'll let you take it away and get started training. How many of you are excited to hear what Daven has to say? Just say yes in the chat box for me. I want to make sure we see a lot of yeses. We're all excited. All right, Daven, I know you said you got about an hour presentation, man. Take it away.
Sounds great. All right. Well, thanks so much, Anthony. And what I love is that, you not only teach people how to do this, how to market online, but you also give them the tools to do it. But let's face it, we get so busy in our day-to-day life that so often we don't follow through. And I don't think it's because you're somebody that doesn't follow through. As a matter of fact, if you're on this webinar, I know that you're a doer. But what happens? Well, I think we get caught up and we get busy in our lives and things fall through the cracks. And one of the great things about outsourcing is that that doesn't have to happen anymore. You can have somebody, follow your instructions and do your tasks so that you can focus on growing your business and getting your time back and your life back. And so that's really what this next hour or so is going to be about. And as you know, Anthony's got some free gifts for you, probably some money at the end of the webinar. So that's pretty cool too. So stay tuned. And also, I'm going to just make one quick change here. There we go. Oh, okay. All right, cool. As Anthony said, go ahead and turn off your emails, turn off your cell phones, and really focus in on this. We've learned over the years that multitasking doesn't work, and I have to tell you, this really was driven home to me recently. I took a time management course recently, and we did a test where we did this one task, just focusing simply on that one task, and then we did it while focusing on a bunch of other things, and believe it or not, it took me 23 times longer to accomplish the task when I multitask. So I realized that multitasking definitely doesn't work. So really focus in on this, and I promise you, if I'm going to ask you to spend some time with me, I value your time, and we'll make this very worth your while. We're going to have a great time and have a lot of fun doing this too. So really focus in. So I have a question for you, and that is, what's your dream? I hope you're dreaming big, because this webinar isn't about adding more digits to your bank account. It's about allowing you to live your dreams today, not when you're old and gray, but right now, today. And maybe it's having an amazing house in an exotic location, or maybe it's visiting castles all over Europe, or maybe it's a little simpler, like a round of golf every morning, or just spending more time with your friends and family. Whatever it is, I want to make sure you're connected with your dreams. So I have a very important question for you, and that is, how would your life be different if you had a team behind you? How would your life be different? If that sounds interesting, just drop into the chat and give me a big fat YES if that sounds interesting. Yeah, I thought it would. Very good, very good. Lots of yeses coming in. Awesome. And let's play full out. I'm going to be interactive with you, and please share your responses with me. This is going to be great. So what you're about to discover, and what I'm going to share with you on this webinar, is how you can start and or increase your business today, how you can create a marketing blueprint for your business, how to have that plan implemented for you, and then how to have unlimited leads for life in your business. Now, I want to talk to you for a moment about that. I have the privilege, just like Anthony, of speaking all over the globe on some of the biggest stages on the planet to to business people just like yourselves. And if you know me personally, you know that I'm a naturally inquisitive person, and in the next hour or so you'll get to know me personally. And if we hang out, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. And I always ask entrepreneurs this one question, and that is, what's the biggest challenge that you face in your business today? What's the biggest challenge? And I always receive a myriad of different responses, but it always comes down to two. And I'll go ahead and tell you what those top two are. Number one is time. Everybody wants to get their time back. Let's face it, time is that one precious commodity that none of us can buy. Once it's gone, it's gone. And the other is leads, or business coming through the door. And believe it or not, I always thought that was going to be number one to entrepreneurs, but time is actually number one. But I believe that leads is literally the biggest challenge in your business, because I believe that if you can dial in the marketing, if you have a ton of business coming through the door, if your bank accounts are overflowing with money, then my question for you is, can you then probably buy yourself out of just about any challenge that you may face in your business? Now, my guess is your response for sure is a yes. And so if you just focus in on this webinar, spend the next hour or so with me, I'm going to share with you a ton of different strategies to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. If you just take copious notes, you will have those tools by the end of this webinar. And Anthony has given you so many great tools. Just combine it with your arsenal, and then we can show you how to have all that stuff done for you too, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to show you how to start living your dreams today. And you may be thinking, am I in the right place? So this is for you if you have a successful business and you're looking to take it to the next level, or you're starting something brand new. Also, if you just want to grow your list or your social media following, you are absolutely in the right place. And if you're in a network marketing opportunity, you're definitely in the right place. And if you purchase one of Anthony's programs, or if you're in one of his trainings, then this is absolutely for you. All right, so throughout this webinar, I'm going to ask you some questions, and this will be like a little quiz, a little survey. So grab a piece of paper, and I want you to write down your responses to these questions, and then we'll tally them up and take a look at those responses at the end of the webinar. So the first question for you is, do you currently have a business? So write this down, yes or no, do you currently have a business? All right, now just so you know, on this webinar, my promise to you is twofold. One is I'm going to show you how to increase the profits in your business. Obviously, more leads, more business coming through the door equals increased profits. But two, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to get your life back. And when I do, you're going to want to hang out with me for a lifetime. All right, so who's Daven Michaels? Well, many of you have probably heard of me before. Anthony keeps me in his pocket, but I know he shares a little bit about me here and there. So if you don't know who I am, I created,
I just want to know, how many of you would like to hang out with Daven Michaels? Because look at how this dude dresses, okay? This is legit right here, okay? It's not the T-shirt like me. I mean, he's got like the rock star, like, let's make it happen, let's get your time back, let's get your life back, that whole thing. Like, I mean, people probably rather hang out with you than me, man.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Several years ago, I created what I call the new wealth and freedom lifestyle. There's a perception out there of me that I'm like Tim Ferriss, that I work 4 hours a week, and that's really not the case. I work hard. But the difference and the shift that has taken place for me over the last decade, and the shift that I want this to be the catalyst for you on this webinar, is that today I only work on what I'm wildly passionate about. And then everything else, the minutiae, is outsourced or delegated to somebody else. And that allows me to live my true life adventure today. Today I travel the globe, and I run my business from a cell phone and laptop, a brick and mortar business with hundreds and hundreds of employees, from a cell phone and laptop from some of the most exotic places on the planet. Today I'm in Dubai. In the next 24 or 36 hours I'll be in Vegas, and I just love it. This is what I always dreamt of doing, to making a difference in other people's lives, getting a chance to speak, teach, empower, and yet travel the globe. So it's just really awesome, and I want you to experience this as well. All right, so just tell you a little bit more about me. Well, I made my first million at the age of 25, and that was very exciting. Today, I'm founder and CEO of 123 Employee. We're the premier outsourcing centers in the Philippines. We have hundreds and hundreds of employees, 3 campuses campuses, and we work with entrepreneurs all over the globe and some of the biggest thought leaders on the planet like Anthony. And we do their internet marketing, their social media, their telemarketing, their back office tasks, all the busy stuff in their business so they can focus on the income generating activities in their business and the things that really juice them and excite them. Our mission statement at 123 Employee is that we rescue lifestyle starved entrepreneurs. We give them their time back and their lives back. And we're very proud of it. We love doing it. For many years, I was the biggest electronic music event producer in the nation. I used to throw parties for 15,000, 17,000 people per night. How'd you like to be on my guest list? From there, I had a short career as a recording artist. Today, I'm an author and speaker, New York Times bestselling author. I was a music and television producer, worked with some of the biggest bands in the world. There's a Black Eyed Peas hanging out in my home studio. There's Coolio. And if you don't know these names, you definitely know their music because they're played on every radio station in every country, every single minute of the day. And this is just sort of the reward for my blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm really just showing you this picture for one reason. I think it's kind of pimp. And today I'm in the outsourcing business, and you may be wondering how the heck did a person like me with that background end up in the outsourcing business? If we don't run overtime today, I'll share that story with you. It's a fun one. I have a question for you, and that is, we'll just kind of cut into it. So thinking about outsourcing, this person can pick up your phones, this person can do your article marketing, this person can do your transcription, your research, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Pretty cool, huh? So write this down, everybody, write this down. Outsourcing equals freedom. Write it down. Outsourcing equals freedom. Outsourcing equals control. Outsourcing equals control. Outsourcing equals money. Outsourcing equals lifestyle. Outsourcing equals getting your time back. And outsourcing equals getting your life back. And that's what I'm going to share with you over the next hour or so. So here's question number 2 in our quiz. Write this down. And that is, are you starting something new? Yes or no? Are you starting something new? Write it down. Okay. So let's talk about your time for a minute. And let's talk about your time value. So how do we calculate our time value? I'm sure you guys know this, but I'm just going to kind of break it down for a second. And the way we calculate our time value is we take the amount of money that we're making and we divide it by the amount of hours that we work. And that gives us our time value. If you agree that that is the equation, please type a big fat yes into the chat box. Type a yes into the chat box if you agree that that's the equation to calculate our time value. Okay. I see a bunch of yeses. I see a no. Okay. Actually, this is the equation. But here's what I want you to know, and that is this is a seriously flawed equation. And let me explain why. Let's say that business is going great. Let's say that your time is now worth a couple $1,000s an hour. Can you then go out and buy more time? Can you buy more time? Matter of fact, type it in the chat. Can you go buy more time? Nope. Nope. No. 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 Somebody said yes. I don't know how. The reality is, no, we can't buy time. Can Warren Buffett buy time? No. Can Bill Gates buy more time? No. Can Martha Stewart buy more time? Well, actually, Martha Stewart did buy some time. But with the exception of our friend Martha, none of us can buy time. And so the reality is our time is priceless, isn't it? And I think it's time we start treating our time like it is priceless. I want to make sure that you're doing the things that juice you and excite you. For me, it's traveling the globe. It's having great adventures, spending time with my family. I'm kind of an experience junkie. I don't know about you guys, but I love to go where no one's gone before. I love it. So I want to make sure that you're following your dreams and getting to do the things that you want to do. So here's question number 3 in our quiz, and that is, do you feel like there's never enough time to get it all done? Do you feel like there's never enough time to get it all done? Write it down, yes or no. This is question 3. Okay. All right. Question 4. Question 4 is, are you doing tasks that you feel are below your pay grade? Are you doing tasks that are below your pay grade? That's question 4. Okay. Write it down. All right. So here are some of the challenges that other business owners are having. Not enough time, not enough money, not enough help, too much to do, and they don't know how to get started. So I have a question for you, and that is, how many of you know businesses like that? As a matter of fact, I have another question for you, and that is, how many of you Our business is like that. Okay. All right. So I do have a secret weapon that I'm going to be sharing with you in a moment. And Anthony, are you still watching closely here, or maybe not? Okay. So you might have stepped away.
I am watching
You are.
closely.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, then in that case, in a minute, I'm going to share with you one of my secret weapons that I've created to generate unlimited leads. But before I show this, Anthony, just shout out any kind of industry that you might do business with, any industry.
You mean just any industry that I personally do business with?
Yeah, or anybody that might have an interest in any business.
Well, okay, so I mean, a lot of people that we've, you know, a lot of our students here, you know, they're all, we're all learning email marketing together. There are a lot of industries where you can make money with email marketing. It could be the education industry. It could be the financial services industry.
All right.
You know, those maybe financial services. There's a lot of CPA offers for financial services, auto insurance, mortgage refinancing.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to do Dubai for the heck of it. Facebook places yellow. Whoops. Dubai 10. Okay. All right, cool. I'm going to start that percolating, and I'm going to jump back into the presentation. Okay, cool. All right, so in a few minutes I'll share that secret weapon with you. All right, so I could sit here and talk about outsourcing for the next couple of hours, or I could just show you how this stuff works. So if you want me to just show you how this works, type into the chat, show me. So give me a show me if you just want me to cut to the chase and show you how all this stuff works. Show me, here they come. Show me. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to do a little demo of how this stuff works. Now, I was going to do this for you live in real time, but it happens to be 6 a.m. over here in Dubai, and I just didn't really want to coordinate this. So we shot this yesterday, and I'm just going to go ahead and play you a video and kind of show you how this stuff works. So check it out. I want to introduce you to a couple of very important people in my life. First of all, I want to introduce you to my virtual assistant. This is LJ. Hey, LJ, how you doing?
Hi, Daven. Hi, everyone.
All right. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule. And I want to introduce you to one of my best friends. This is Tim McCoy. Tim, say hello to everybody.
Hi, LJ. Hi, everybody.
Hey, thanks for being with us, Tim. I know you're super busy. I know you're on site working today, so I won't take too much of your time. So everyone, I did say that LJ is my virtual assistant. That's not exactly the case. Actually, LJ has been with us for many years. She was one of our first employees at our second campus, and LJ was on our HR team. And as you can imagine, with hundreds of employees, we have a pretty big HR team. But just like any business, cream rises to the top. And after a few years, LJ's amazing track record couldn't be ignored. And LJ became my executive assistant. Now, I have to tell you, you have to be very careful with what you wish for because it's a very challenging position. LJ, would you not agree?
Well, Daven, you are a rock star.
Thank you, LJ.
But you're the greatest boss in the world.
Thank you, LJ. I appreciate that. You know, I used to be the best boss in the world. I used to be the best boss. I take a lot of pride in that. I work very hard at it, and I love the people that work for me, and I love people in general. And but a few years ago, I became the greatest boss in the world. How did I do that, LJ?
Well, Daven gave me an iPad.
That's right. I got all of our managers iPad 2s back when you couldn't get them in the Philippines. So if you want to become the greatest boss in the world, little tip is just buy some Apple products for your employees. They will love you for it. Absolutely. Tim is also one of my best buds, and Tim is in the computer repair business, computer repair, IT, and so on and so forth. So if you're having problems at your site, if you're having viruses on your computers, Tim is the guy to help you out. Now, Tim has, we've been buds forever, but also he's had a couple of employees with us for quite some time. He's had Lido. I think you've had Lido for years now, yeah? Yep, and then, and what's your other assistant's name? That's right, and Kara's been with you for many months now, I think, a little shy of a year. Yep, awesome. Okay, cool. And can you sort of tell everyone in a couple of sentences what you have your VAs do for you on a daily basis, Tim?
On a daily basis, Karen, for example, she does the QuickBooks, makes phone calls for research. Lido actually does some troubleshooting for remote.
Yeah, it's very good. And over the years, you've kind of shared with me some of the different stuff that your people have done for you. And go ahead and mute out, Tim, because I'm catching some feedback from you. And I know that, like, a great example is your business really is linear. It's all about you, and you do have some people that work for you, but if you had a force of people like you, they'd probably, eventually the good ones would run off and take business with them, and the bad ones would stay with you a long time, right? And so it's really on you. So every little thing that you can do to free up your time is more money in your pocket. And so you've shared with me over the years some of the stuff that you have Lido do, which is really cool. Like, one is remoting into your clients' machines and making updates and cleaning up viruses and issues and things like that, which I think is really awesome. I know that as soon as you leave a site, you text him how many hours you were at the site and where you were. He invoices the client. He collects from the client. He puts everything into QuickBooks. And Lido was not a QuickBooks expert. You literally had him go on to QuickBooks.com, watch the videos, learn how to do everything, and then you kind of quizzed him and showed him how you do stuff, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so really cool stuff. So I asked you to be with us today, Tim. Did I rehearse you or tell you what we're going to be doing here today? Okay, cool. All right. And LJ, did I rehearse you at all?
No.
Okay, awesome. So I'm putting both of you on the spot, and we'll have some fun here today. So what I want to do with you here today, Tim, is I want to do what I like to call an outsourcing makeover. And what I'll do is I'll take a look at your business and give you a whole bunch of different marketing ideas that you can do utilizing outsourced virtual assistants to grow your business. At 123 Employee, we're really marketing centric. We realize that the lifeblood of all business is marketing. So some people come to us and they say, hey, I have it dialed in. I just want you to do this for me or do that for me, and we're happy to do it. But if you don't tell us otherwise, we're going to focus on marketing and getting more business coming to your business, more money flowing into your bank accounts. That's the goal. So, Tim, I know that you have us doing a lot of process stuff, but I want to give you some marketing advice, okay?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So, although Tim technically could have an international business, he could have Lido logging into computers all over the world and doing stuff for Tim. The reality is, Tim, you pretty much have a local business. And so many people on this webinar have local businesses. If you're watching this, the odds are you definitely have a local business. Now, you may have a national or international business, but you definitely have a local business as well. So let's give you some local business marketing advice. The first thing I would do for sure is what's called data mining. And so many of our clients at 123 Employee are doing data mining. And what data mining is it's research. So, Tim, you probably have the perfect avatar for your perfect client. Maybe it's somebody that has at least 10 computers at their office, so on and so forth. Maybe a certain company size or a dollar volume, and you give that information to your virtual assistant. Your virtual assistant then jumps on Google and starts researching, finding those people, and compiling a database. And in that database would have names, companies, contact us pages, home pages, mailing addresses, email addresses, social media sites, and the list goes on and on. Once they have that data, their goal is to reach out on your behalf to schedule appointments for you or your higher level people. And they're not probably going to close deals. They don't have that level of expertise that you have, but they can certainly reach out, set appointments, and then put them on your Google Calendar or your local people's Google Calendars, and they can then reach out and make deals, or you could potentially reach out and make deals. That way you're not chasing people down. You're literally talking to people that have an interest in what you're selling. So that's data mining, and in a few minutes I'll share with you one of my secret weapons I've created for data mining. Another thing that I would focus on is video marketing. So video marketing is creating short content videos. These could be anywhere from about 1 to 5 minutes. These can be FAQ videos. These can be how-to videos, which are great for your business, Tim. They can also be SAQ videos, and if you don't know what an SAQ video is or what an SAQ is, SAQs are should-ask questions. The questions that people should ask, and if they had enough knowledge to know, they would ask these questions. And Tim, for what you're doing, you could do a myriad of different types of videos. These could be like, how to check for viruses, how to use Word, how to do this, how to do that, how to network, whatever. I mean, the list goes on and on. It'd be really cool. So once these videos are done, we're going to drop a lower third on the bottom with your company website so people find their way back to you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to post that to the biggest video directory online, and of course that's YouTube. And we're going to do that manually. We're going to do the keyword research, find the tags that are going to get us the most amount of search traffic, especially the most targeted search traffic. We're going to write the headline, and we're going to write the description or do a transcription, and then we're going to post it. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to
utilize software to post that video to other video directories as well. Now, the net result, though, of course, is more eyeballs equals more dollars, of course. But in addition to that, we're going to get valuable backlinks, and backlinks are great because they help us to climb up the search engine rankings. In addition to that, though, I'm sure that you've done a search before on Google and you see a YouTube video box. It's very common. And today, there's been a lot of updates recently on YouTube. And one of them is you can actually upload a custom thumbnail now, which is really cool. So you can have a graphic artist create a really cool image and you put that in there. And I know that if you see a video image when you do a search and it's compelling, you're more apt to click on that anyways. And most people on this webinar, if you're watching this webinar, you're probably in a highly competitive niche, because today most niches are competitive, where it will be very expensive for you, very time-consuming, and potentially very challenging for you to rank on page 1 of Google. But your videos, we can get them on page 1. Those are organic, and they stick for a long time as well. So you can get a ton of traffic. Just to put that in perspective, I made a serious commitment to video when we first started our business. I post videos all the time from all over the world. Today we have almost 14 million views on YouTube, and that has completely changed the face of our business. It's made us an international company. Just one of our videos that LJ, you were in, that we did during our book launch went viral and pushed us over the edge and made one of my books a New York Times bestseller. So it's been huge for our business. It could be huge for yours as well. Another thing I focus on is article marketing. So article marketing is creating short content articles. These are anywhere from 300 to about 600 words. We recommend 600 words. First, what we do is we do the keyword research. We identify the key phrases that are going to get the most amount of traffic, that have the least amount of competition, and we craft an article. Now, the reality is you could write this article, but it's just below your pay grade. There's no reason for you to do it. Your time is better spent growing the business. So LJ, what should you do with the article?
Outsourcing.
Outsourcing, very good, exactly. So so we basically outsource the writing of the article. We can do those for you. We do charge a few dollars to do that, around $5 or $6 an article, and that's because we employ a U.S. writing team to write those articles because we want them to be perfect. As great as Filipinos are at speaking English, the writing's about 85%, which is common. If you had a second language, your writing would probably be 85% as well. So once the articles are crafted, though, your virtual assistant takes over from there. Excuse me, they're going to post it to your blog. Then excuse me, we're going to go ahead and post it to your blog. Then we're going to go ahead and post it to the biggest article directory online, and that, of course, is Easy in Articles. And then we're going to use software to post it out to the thousands of other article directories that exist online. But the net result is this. Once again, more eyeballs equals more dollars. Of course, we're going to get valuable backlinks, which will bring us up the search engine rankings as well. But also, Tim, here's an important question for you, and that is, today, would you say that social proof is important?
Yeah, social proof. Yes,
I think it is, absolutely, because people really want to know, can I know, like, and trust you, right? They want to make sure you're qualified to do the job, and can I know, like, and trust you? So if they're going to work with you, are they going to check you out?
Yeah, they're gonna check out the web, social media. They're gonna want to find out more about you before they take the lead and use your services.
Exactly. That's right. You're absolutely right. So they're going to Google you. And if they type in your name, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of videos and articles and expert testimonials, that's going to instill a buying decision. So what I want to do is I want to focus on that, LJ. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to do a little bit of research. Tim is in the Ventura, California area. So do a little research, and let's see if we can maybe generate some content in the niche of, computer repair, computer installation, IT, so on and so forth. And go ahead and work on that, and then I'll come back to you in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. So, guys, I'm going to continue on for a little bit, and then we'll circle back around to you, LJ, in a few minutes, okay?
All right.
All right. Hang on, guys. Don't go away.
All right, so we're going to actually do this in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just about as much time as I did with this earlier demo in real time. So while we're waiting for LJ to do the research and see if she can generate content, what I want to share with you is how to create a positive outsourcing ROI in your business. And this is a term that I coined several years ago, and it's just like the name implies. It's all about taking virtual assistants, having them grow your business, then you grow and you bring on more virtual assistants, and we grow, you grow, and our brothers and sisters overseas that have far less than you could ever imagine, they win too. And so it's sort of a win-win-win for everybody. So I'm going to share a bunch of different strategies with you. Some are internal, some are external. Internal is stuff that we do specifically at 123 Employee. External is stuff that you could do with us or on your own, and I'll just kind of share those strategies with you for generating unlimited leads for life in your business. And also I have another quiz question for you, so write down your response here, and that is, do you find internet marketing and social media just a little bit overwhelming? If you do, put in a yes. If you don't, put in a no. So go ahead and write that down. All right, so I'm going to share some strategies, like I said, to generate a massive amount of business for your business and to create some positive outsourcing ROI for you. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down. So the first strategy I want to share with you is marketing plan. So let's kind of discuss this. So I know you inside and out. If you're an entrepreneur, I know you. And the reason why is I've been an entrepreneur for the last 3 decades, and we've worked with you at 123 Employee for the last decade. And there's one thing that I know about pretty much almost all of you on this webinar, and that is that you don't have a plan. You don't have a marketing plan. Now, you may have something that works, or you may have a couple of things that work, but my guess is that you don't have a plan. And my question for you is that potentially a recipe for disaster? And my guess is that you would say yes. Well, as a matter of fact, I just saw a couple of yeses come in. And so we used to have our clients come to us for years, and they would give us directions like, do my social media or do my internet marketing. And my question for you, is that a good directive? And the answer is no. I mean, it's just too broad. We understand how to do this stuff, but we need more direction than that. So after years of banging our head into a wall, we just said, you know what, we're just going to do it for them. And we created what we call our multi-channel marketing plan. And it's pretty awesome. It's something unique that we do at 123 Employee, so I just want to share it with you. So basically what we do is we take a look at your website, or if you're creating something new, we take a look at your concept, and we do all the research. And then we deliver to you a fully detailed report of what needs to change on your website to make it more accessible to the search engines and increase your conversion and optimization. So we take a look at that, and then we create for you a fully detailed report to show you, what needs to change or what it needs to be on that new website that you're creating. That's what we call your on-page strategy. Then what we do is we take a look at your off-page strategy. So off-page is everything that happens either online or offline but doesn't happen on your website that brings traffic back to your site. So these things might be like branding, social media, your JV partners, guest blogging, and the list goes on and on. So then what we do is we identify about 10 to 15 different strategies for your business, and then what we do is we create a custom video for your business. It's generally about an hour long that shows you step by step exactly what strategies we're going to do and how we're going to execute them. Now, this video serves 2 purposes. First of all, it just shows you what the heck needs to get done. Because how many of you find internet marketing and social media just a little bit confusing? As a matter of fact, if you do, again, type a big fat yes in the chat box. So let's see. Okay, a lot of no's, which is great, and even more yeses, that's what I figured. And that makes sense. We have the privilege of working with some of the biggest thought leaders and gurus in that space, and they find it just as confusing. And that's because internet marketing and social media is changing by the milliseconds. It's impossible for any one individual to stay on top of it. So this video serves 2 purposes. First, it just shows you what the heck needs to get done, which is just awesome right there. And you need to watch that video. It's an hour long, and it is worth watching. But this video serves a second purpose. The video now becomes the roadmap for your virtual assistant. So now they know what they need to do. They watch the video, they plug everything into their project management software, and then they're up and running, working on the marketing of your business. And that is our multi-channel marketing plan. Now, as we continue, I'm going to share with you some video case studies. And these are entrepreneurs just like you and I that are facing the same challenges in their business that you and I face, and then I'm going to share with you how they overcame that challenge. So the first person I'm going to introduce you to is Anushka Drescher. Now, Anushka wanted to travel the globe and go to great events at the same time growing her business. So let's talk about this. So Anushka has a penchant for travel, and she has a passion for learning. And I totally relate to her because that's me. I mean, I'm a huge product of the product, just like Anthony is. I believe that all of my success has come from mentorship, masterminding, and coaching. So you'll see me at events in the front row taking copious notes. And that's because today, as a matter of fact, I have a question for you all, and that is, today, or let me back up a second. There used to be a time in business where if your business was going great, you could just coast. But my question for you is, today, can you do that? And the answer is no. And that's because today you have to invest in your education. And the reason why is because there's so many new things that are being created every single day that if you don't invest in your education, somebody else is going to invest in their education and they're going to take away your business. So today we don't have that luxury of being able to coast. Now most of us thankfully love to learn and grow. I mean, I believe that if I'm not growing, I'm dying, and you probably feel the same way or you wouldn't be on this webinar. But today it's imperative that we do that. So it's imperative that we go out, we go to great events, we learn, but how many of you realize that when you go to a great event and you're learning stuff that you have to know in your business still grinds to a halt. And that is the biggest challenge, is to get leverage on your business so that you can grow your business while you're out there getting the education as well. So Anushka, she loves to travel, she loves to learn, and that's what she wants to do. At the same time, she wants to continue to grow her business. So I'm going to show you this video, and then I'll tell you how Anushka overcame her challenge. Check this out.
I am Anushka Drescher from Berkeley, California, and 2 weeks ago I started working with 123 Employee. I got a wonderful assistant named Maria, and she has helped me so much just in the last 2 weeks. Some of the examples, the way she's helped me, is that she has created a mind map for my whole business. All of the things that I need to do, she's put them on a visual map online. She has helped me build a database of customers. Right now, I'm here at Super Teaching at CEO Space. I take my electronic notes every day. I highlight the parts that are action items. I email her my notes every day, and she creates another visual mind map of all the action steps that I need to take. When I get home, I know exactly what I need to do. Maria has been amazing. She's always ready to please. She's always friendly. She's always helpful. I'm just so grateful that I came across her, and she's going to save me a lot of time and money. She's going to be preparing a newsletter for me that I get paid for $500 to do it once a month. It'll take her about 2 hours to do it once I train her, and that will pay for her entire salary for the whole month. I love 123 Employee.
Yeah, we love her too. Okay, so first of all, let me ask you a question, and that is, does Anushka seem a little choked up? Matter of fact, type it in the chat. Yep, okay, all right, I see some yeses. Yeah, you know, that's what happens when you start to get your life back. All right, so as you know, Anushka's challenge was that she wanted to travel the globe, she wanted to get great education, but at the same time, she wanted to keep growing her business. So let me kind of explain to you how she overcame this challenge. So here's what she did. Anushka picked up one of these digital pens, and you may or may not have seen these. They are really cool. And so what the digital pens do is they write, just like a regular pen. At the same time, they record audio to MP3. At the same time, you have this special paper, and you take your notes on the paper, and then it will transcribe that. It'll turn it into text. But also what's really cool is whenever you return back to those paper notes, you press anywhere where the notes are, and you can hear the audio from that portion. It's really cool. So Anushka goes to events, she takes copious notes and records the audio as well. She then uploads it to her computer, and she emails it to her virtual assistant. Her virtual assistant mind maps everything from the notes, and then she and Anushka decide what they're going to implement together, and then her virtual assistant begins the implementation, and Anushka moves on to her next destination while still growing her business. I think that's pretty cool. Matter of fact, if you think that's pretty cool, type into the chat cool, C-O-O-L. We're going to change it up. Rather than yes, give me some cools. All right, cool, cool. Hot. I like it. All right. Hot, hot, cool. All right, great. Awesome. All right, so I did tell you that I was going to share with you one of my secret weapons. Now, I do have to warn you, it is going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. I hope you're okay with that. Matter of fact, if you're okay with that, give me an okay. Yeah, and I am being interactive here, guys, but I want to make sure keep you awake. And okay, there we go. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay, cool. So I'm going to share with you one of my secret weapons. Now, one of the things I'm tasked with at 123 Employee is looking at what the vast majority of our clients do and figuring out ways to shortcut those processes, making our employees more efficient and our clients happier. And so many of our clients are doing data mining, which is what we talked about in that video earlier. So if you recall, data mining is basically compiling data, compiling lists of people, their email addresses, phone numbers, Skype addresses, social media sites, mailing addresses, and the list goes on, and then reaching out on your behalf and trying to set up appointments so that you can close deals, or maybe even sending templatized messages. And so we were doing this manually for years, and I figured there had to be a software solution for this, so we created one, and it's called the Prospector. And so a few minutes ago, I asked Anthony for a sector. He gave me financial services. I typed it in, and as you can see, it gives me the list, and it gives me company names. I chose Dubai, company names, email addresses, contact us pages, phone numbers, mailing addresses, social media sites, and the list goes on and on. Now, what I love about this is that I can sort by likes on Facebook pages. Now I have a question for you, and that is, why would it be important for me to sort by likes? And we don't have time to kind of go through the chat, so I'll go ahead and tell you. So the reason we would want to sort by likes is because this is how we find the people with the most amount of juice. If you have something that you want to sell to people in the financial services sector, you want to reach out to the people with the biggest tribes. These are the ones that have the biggest client bases. They're making the most amount of money. They're investing the most amount into their businesses and their marketing. If you have something to sell them, these are the guys that are going to buy it. Now also, if you want to create an affiliate relationship with these guys, in other words, you have something to sell their clients, these are the guys with the biggest client, guys or gals, with the biggest client bases. These are the guys that you can sell to. Okay, these are the guys that are going to buy from you. So that's why you want to be able to sort by likes. Now, your virtual assistant can drop into each contact. They can take notes in the record. They can do a Skype call. They can go to their website, their Contact Us page, open up an email client, go to the websites, even send snail mail. Now, who thinks that's pretty cool? If you think that's pretty good, you like that?
Yeah, Daven, I just want to cut in so I can kind of tell them how this applies to their businesses. Yeah. So, guys, you know that I'm teaching you, obviously, email marketing. That's what we do, is we do email marketing. So there's two things that a virtual assistant could use the software for. Number one, they could use the software to find clients that would actually pay you to send an email. We call these, like, in some cases we call them solo ads. In other cases we just call them promotional emails. But basically what that means is you've got a decent sized list, right? You've built your email list. Instead of always just emailing an affiliate product, oftentimes you can find businesses in the like say for instance in the financial services sector that don't have an affiliate program. They don't have an affiliate program because they don't know about affiliate marketing. But that doesn't mean that they're not willing to pay to have an email sent for them. So you all know that I've shown you in the past my Best in Florida site and how I've built up a huge email list off of Facebook. And one of the ways that we monetize that is there are not a lot of affiliate opportunities in Destin, Florida. But what we do is we contact companies in Destin, Florida, or we don't contact them. Actually, we have Daven staff contact them, and they use this software to find them, and then they sell them on letting us send an email. So for instance, they say, hey, Anthony Morrison has 100,000 people on his email list. They're all in Destin, Florida. You've got a business in Destin, Florida. He's willing to send a promotional email for you for $1,500. Would you like to do it? Now imagine if you have a virtual assistant that's out every single day mining for opportunities to simply just sell a promotional email to your list, and they're going through hundreds and thousands of results that they're getting right here from the software so that they can do it quicker. How many of you feel like that could give you potential to earn money from your email list that you weren't ever going to be able to earn before, because the only thing we're taught, the only thing we think of is affiliate opportunities. The only thing we think of is go to an affiliate network, get an offer, mail the same thing that everybody else mails, get paid a couple of dollars here and there, $10, $20, $40, whatever the case may be, if somebody converts. But there's an opportunity as an email marketer to actually make money. It doesn't even matter if anybody converts. You literally press send, make money, because you're actually selling the opportunity for that business to essentially go and advertise to your email list. The virtual assistant can go in, find the deals, close the deals, get the money for you, and then send the emails for you. They can literally automate this entire part of your business and allow you to start profiting from businesses that never, ever, ever are in the affiliate marketing space. How many of you feel like that's powerful? Say yes for me.
I think that's powerful.
All right, I see a lot of people saying yes. So if you've been sending emails and you're not getting the results you want, likely what's happening is you're sending emails to the wrong type of offer. That happens. That's part of learning email marketing. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're learning. You only fail if you stop. Okay, everybody understand that? You only fail if you quit. If you're still doing what you're doing, that means you're still learning, you're still growing, you still have the opportunity to be successful, you're on the right path. I wanted to kind of tie in how Daven uses this software, how his staff uses this software for us as email marketers, because obviously his staff does a ton of this for so many different types of businesses, and we're pretty unique. We're email marketers. We're in the email marketing space. So I just wanted to kind of tie in for them how we would use this software in our businesses, and I can see that everybody's pretty excited about how that how that could be a very profitable venture and completely automated because you got somebody else doing all the work for you.
Exactly. I love it. I think that's great. Fantastic. All right. Well, let's continue on. So that was the prospector, and a great strategy there, Anthony. I love it. All right. So question 6 in our quiz, and that is, are you struggling to create a big list? And if you're working with Anthony, maybe you're not. Probably not, but go ahead and write that down, yes or no. All right, cool. I have another case study for you, and this is Mike Evans. Now, I know so many people on this webinar are affiliate marketers, which is great. So this video was actually shot about a year ago. We probably need to update it, but I think this is actually pretty cool because if we watch it now, we can look at Mike's progress over the last 12 months. So Mike was an affiliate marketer. He was looking to grow his business. I'll show you this video, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about Mike. Check this out.
Hey, this is Mike Evans here, and I just want to say how much I really enjoy working with 123 Employee, and the reason I enjoy working with them is because they make me money. I have a full-time assistant. He's in the Philippines, and he works the same hours as me. He comes in at 12 noon my time and leaves at 9 p.m. my time, which is good for me because I get up at about 10 a.m., start working around noon. But the most important thing that this guy has done for me is, after I trained him, is that he is now able to come up with ideas on his own to help me make money. I mean, that's the most important thing. I'm in a very complicated business, the internet marketing side. I have a lot of links and a lot of things that have to be in perfect order for me to make money. And first, I was able to train him to do that, which is the most important thing, and he's able to do that. And for me, quite honestly, he's never made a mistake, except when I gave him the wrong information. But on his end, he hasn't made a mistake. That's the first thing. But he is able to take initiative, which is what I ask him to do, and make decisions on his own, and then also offer suggestions to help me make more money. And so a lot of times he will think of things to do that I hadn't thought of or hadn't focused on. And for me, that's the biggest value that I'm getting from my personal assistant at 123 Employee, who's in the Philippines. The last thing I want to say is, I was very skeptical at first. I had tried other virtual assistants from India and China and the Philippines as well. And, I thought I could get them a lot cheaper and I would fund them on my own. But, what I found is, first of all, these other people, they would work from their home. The computers would break. The stuff wouldn't work. With 123 Employee, and you can see they're in an office, with the generators and with air conditioning lights, and every day that everything's going to be working. And then, he has a seat and a desk in a real office, and because of that, I've gotten consistency from my experience with them. So, again, I'm a do-it-yourself kind of person. I never thought I wanted another assistant, but now I've found I've been able to double and triple and actually quintuple the amount of income I'm making because of my 123 Employee system. Highly, highly recommended. Thanks. I'm Mike Evans.
All right, so let me ask you all some questions. Let's make sure and see if you were listening. So first of all, how many employees did Mike say he had? So go ahead and type that into the chat. How many employees did Mike say he had? That is correct. It was 1. So today Mike has 2, which is good. He's growing his business. Now, how many of you remember what time he said he started his day? Type it into the chat. No, not 10. Yes, noon. That's right. So I think that's kind of cool. Starts his day at noon, works until the evening. He lives in New York City, then he goes out at night. So that's pretty cool. You can sort of design your own time, your own schedule. So anyway, so here's what Mike was doing. So Mike had a list that he had grown, and he was sending different offers to the list. He'd go to ClickBank, and he'd find different offers, and he'd throw them up. And then he had one that hit, and that was in the personal development niche. So then Mikey created his own program, and that's called the Abundance Code. Now, why would he create his own program? Well, that's right, because then he cuts out the middleman, and that's exactly what he did. I spoke to Mike recently. His checks were about $8,000 a week. My guess is that they're closer to $10,000 a week now, but who thinks that's pretty cool? And if you think that's pretty cool, type a cool into the chat box. Yeah, it is really cool, especially with an info product, because really your only cost is marketing, which is pretty awesome. So that's Mike. Very cool. All right, let's continue on. So I have another strategy for you guys, and that is a LinkedIn strategy. If you'd like me to share it with you, give me a big fat yes in the chat box. Give me a big fat yes. Now, I do have to warn you, before I share this with you, it is going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. I hope you're okay with that. All right, so now my guess is that if you are watching this webinar that you're on LinkedIn. But I have a question for you, and that is, do you feel that you're underutilizing LinkedIn? And my answer is probably yes. And my guess is that that is your response, because I ask people all the time. So would it be great if I could share with you a way to turn LinkedIn into a magical marketing lead machine? All right, if you want me to share that with you, give me a big fat yes once again in the chat box. I can see we're blowing up those yeses. Okay, cool. All right, so here's how to do it. There's a website I'm going to give you. It's not on the screen, so you'll need to write this down. It's the number one, LinkedIn.co.uk. So that's LinkedIn.co.uk. Once again, LinkedIn.co.uk. So you're going to go to this website, and you're going to find at this website the biggest group of open networkers on LinkedIn. And open networkers are people that have agreed to become your friend in advance because they want to grow their network the same way you want to grow their network. Now, you're going to have to join this group. Now, it's going to cost you some money. It's going to cost you $50 a year. I think that you could probably swing that. So $50 a year. So you're going to go ahead and sign up for this. Within about 24 hours, you will begin receiving friend requests, and it will never stop. The friend requests will continue to come in forever, as long as you pay that $50 a year. Now, my guess is that you've received a friend request on LinkedIn before, and my guess is the odds are you might have just clicked accept. But what a lot of people don't realize is to the right of that accept button is a box where you can pop in, or basically copy and paste in, your magical marketing message. So mine goes something like this. Hey, it's great to be connected with you. I'm Daven Michaels, founder and CEO of 123 Employee. We're the premier outsourcing centers in the Philippines. We have hundreds of employees. We work with entrepreneurs all over the globe, some of the biggest thought leaders on the planet. We do their internet marketing, social media, telemarketing, back office tasks. Whew. And so much more. And I'd love for you to have a copy of my book, Outsource This, which is my older book. I'd love for you to have a copy of my book. Click here to get yours now. So my call to action is click here to get yours now. So my call to action is because I want to grow my list. Now, you may have a similar call to action, or you may say, give me your email address and I'll send you some info, or here's my email address, email me now, or give me your phone number and I'll give you a 15-minute phone consultation, or call me now for a phone consultation, or give me your mailing address and I'll send you a package, or give me your mailing address, I'll show up on your doorstep. Whatever your call to action is, you put it in the box. Now, I have a question for you, and that is this something you're going to adopt in your business? And I hope the answer is yes. I'm sure it is. I see some yeses coming in right now. But my question for you is, are you going to do this personally? And go ahead and type that into the box. No, I see somebody saying, no, I'm going to outsource it. That is exactly the correct answer. Just outsource it. Okay, so I have another case study that I'm going to share with you. And this is Sam Battier. And Sam was a fitness consultant that was just absolutely overloaded in his business. I'm sure you can relate. Let me just show you this video. Check it out.
Hello, my name is Sam Battier with super-trainer.com. Supertrainer.com is a blog about showing personal trainers and fitness professionals how to automate their business and not work so much on their, in their business and more on their business. As we know, being a personal trainer most of my life, You know, it was really bad because I had to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, go train clients from 5 o'clock to noon, and then maybe get a little bit of break from 12 to about 2, 3 o'clock. I have to go back, repeat from 4 to 8, 9 o'clock, and I never had any life. You know, I mean, I was making okay money, but I had no life. You know, no time to meet someone special, no time to have a social life, no time to do laundry, nothing. You know, so over years, you know, I systematized my own gym, which is called fitconcepts.com. And I systematized my other boot camp businesses. I have boot camps right now. I have 6 boot camps in California. I have 6 boot camps in Chicago. So I automate those businesses, and I'm barely ever there. So what I'm teaching other fitness professionals how to automate their business and be able to have a life. I mean, I don't care how much money out there you're making, but if you don't have a life, it's really not worth it. Now today, you know, I have a beautiful wife, I have beautiful children, and I can probably work from wherever I want. And I couldn't have done that without having a team of people that I can rely on to. You know, and that's what I mean by that is somebody I can be able to call and be able to get the job done and job done correctly and job done for a reasonable price. You know, so that's why I rely on 123 Employee, because 123 Employee has virtual assistants that are professional, that speak the language, that are supervised, and somebody that actually I can call. A lot of times when I had virtual assistants before, I couldn't get a hold of them. I didn't know if they were working on my projects or not. I couldn't relay the message to them, and there was a language barrier. The 123 Employee, they have taken the virtual assistant industry to a whole new level, and it's just a breath of fresh air that I can totally rely on someone and know that the job gets done. And they guarantee it. This is the cool thing about it. You know, if something didn't work, they guarantee their job, and they're always on top of it. Great service. I cannot have been here at this event without 123 Employee. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, that makes a great point. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. If you're working your life away, it doesn't matter. It's all about lifestyle. All right, so I have another strategy for you guys, and this is a Craigslist strategy. Now, I do have to warn you, it's going to generate unlimited leads for life. I hope you're okay with this. Now, how many of you would agree that there's enough business on Craigslist to last you 1,000 lifetimes? If you would agree, then give me a big fat yes once again in the chat box. Yes.
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
Before you get into this, I just want to tell everybody, we actually use this strategy right here to build our email list. And Daven's team has done it for us. So I know that you'll go through some of it. I'll kind of tie it in and let everybody know what we do. But yeah, this is the strategy we use to build our email list.
Sweet, love it. Okay, so there's so much information, there's so much business on Craigslist that you can never go through all of it. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to do some reverse advertising to Craigslist. So there's a website out there that you've probably never heard of before, and that's called Search Tempest. And the reason why I say you've never heard of it is because I speak on sometimes huge stages. As a matter of fact, about a year ago, I spoke on a stage with Bill Clinton on London, 6,000 people in London, and I said, how many of you have heard of Search Tempest? One person raised their hand, and that was somebody that had seen me somewhere else in the world. I believe that Search Tempest is one of the best kept secrets on the web. So write it down, searchtempest.com. It's a free website, and Search Tempest harnesses and crunches all the data from Craigslist, and it's very elegantly designed. There's only 2 fields, where and what. So for example, let's continue on with this financial services example. So you could type in financial services in California or Mississippi or Dubai or worldwide, whatever you want to do, and then it will spit out those ads. And then once again, you'll have a templatized message, and it's simply reverse engineer or reverse marketing back to those people. Copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send. So it might go something like this. Hey, notice that you're in financial services. I've created a marketing program or a tool or something like that that increases financial professionals' businesses by 30%. Click here to get more info, or click here to get your free ebook, or click here to get your free white paper or more information, or click here for a phone appointment. Whatever you want to do, whatever your call to action is, it's literally copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send. Now, how many of you are going to adopt this in your business? Give me a big fat yes if you are. Great. I see a lot of yeses. I hope that you're going to outsource or delegate it to somebody else, and I'm sure you will. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and continue on. Another strategy. So I have another strategy for you guys. I do have to...
I don't want to interrupt you. I do want to interrupt you, but
yeah.
don't. I just want to tie in one thing about Craigslist that we had your staff do, because I know you don't, obviously you got 3 campuses, you got a lot of stuff going on. So let me just tell them, because my students want to build their email list, and they want to build it in multiple niches. How many of you want to build your email list? Just say yes. And how many of you would like to do it without spending money, right? So, you know, I told you there are strategies to build your email list that do not cost a fortune, right? This is one of them. So what we did, or what we've done, is we've literally posted ads on Craigslist. Maybe it's about, hey, look, maybe it's in the education. I know we've done this. We posted like in the education section, and we say something like, would you like to learn, or would you like information on some of the top colleges, top educational institutes in your area, right? If you do, send us an email, okay? So Craigslist has a lot of different rules, a lot of different things. You got to follow a lot of guidelines, but what we do is we have those emails come in. Our virtual assistant actually gets the emails. It goes to our virtual assistant's Gmail box, right? Our virtual assistant then turns around and replies to that email and says, hey, I'm glad you're interested in learning a little bit more about some, you know, maybe grants and things like that, you know, financial aid and assistance for education. Here's a website you can go to that'll help you with that. And what they do is they send them to an opt-in page that we've created that says, learn how to get, I think it's $5,796 in financial aid from the government if you qualify, right? It's something of that nature. I'm pulling that right out of the back of my head. But the point is, they make a post on Craigslist. They get people to respond to it. They then turn around and manually answer all those emails that come in and send them to lead generation pages that help us build our email list. How many of you can see the value in that? Just say yes if you can see the value in that. This is a great way, not doing it by yourself because it would take you forever, you would never get anywhere. But if you've got a team of people that know how to use Craigslist, know the rules, know all that stuff, that can post those ads, that can generate those responses, they can mail them, okay, email them to your opt-in pages. And then, of course, your opt-in page, they opt in, they're on your email list. Now you can send them a CPA offer on education, or you can send them a CPA offer on lowering their auto insurance, or a number of other things, right? There's almost unlimited possibilities. So this is another one of the ways we've leveraged 123 employee and their staff to help us build our email list. Okay.
Yeah, that's an excellent variation of the strategy. Love it. Okay, great. All right, so I have another strategy for you guys, and I have to warn you, it's going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. Now, this time around, I might say it's a little bit of a stretch to say that, but if you adopt the strategy and use it forever, it will certainly generate unlimited leads for life for you. But I know a lot of you recently saw Anthony speak at an event, so let's talk about events for a minute. So what are the 2 reasons that we go to events? Well, obviously, it's knowledge and networking. So let's talk about networking and how most of you network. And by the way, some of the best leads, Anthony, I'm sure you agree with me, some of the best leads that you'll get, some of the best business relationships that you'll find will take place at events, going to live events. So if you're not currently going to live events, I highly suggest that you invest that time. It is so worth it. Some of the best deals I've ever made have taken place at events. So let's talk about how most of you network. So you go to an event, you exchange a whole bunch of different business cards, you get home, you put those cards on your desk, you get busy, 6 months later, you clean your desk and throw out the cards because you waited too long to take action. All right, so yeah, exactly. So would you all like a better strategy? If you'd like a better strategy, say, oh yeah, in the chat. Let's see some oh yeah.
Yeah, I probably need one.
Oh yeah. Yep, okay, cool. So here's a better strategy. So let me tell you what I do. As I told you earlier, I'm a big product of the product. You will see me at events, front row, taking copious notes. I have to be engaged, so I have to sit in the front row or I'll get distracted. And so I always come home with a whole bunch of business cards. And when I fly back in, I get home, I have a routine. Before I unpack my bag, I go over to my scanner. I have a flatbed scanner. I like to use that because it's faster, you know, just like these 5-in-1 printer scanners. You all have them. And I stick 8 up at a time, and I do scan, 8-up scan, 8-up scan, 8-up scan. That creates a PDF. I email that PDF to LJ. LJ types it into a spreadsheet, or she has one of our people type it into a spreadsheet. We then upload that to our CRM, whatever CRM you're using. We use Infusionsoft, so we upload that to Infusion. That triggers a value-based follow-up series or autoresponder series that begins to build value, create a relationship with the client. That triggers a message to our people to reach out, schedule 20-minute sales consultations on our salespeople's Google calendars, and then our people reach out and close deals. Now, who thinks that sounds like a better strategy? If you think that's a better strategy, so give me a big fat yes.
And you guys, Infusionsoft for Daven kind of takes the place of maybe something like Aweber or GetResponse or GVO. In other words, this is his autoresponder. This is what's going to follow up with his clients. So if you're at an event, you're talking to somebody and you're saying, hey, look, I know, for instance, I know you go to these events, some of you go to Affiliate Summit, you're talking to people, they're saying, hey, what are you doing? You're saying, hey, look, I'm learning email marketing, I've been on Anthony's Success Connection every week, I love what I'm learning, it's phenomenal. And they say, gosh, how can I get on there? And you say, well, look, give me your business card, you go home, you upload that information, you have Aweber or GetResponse send out an automated link, and you can simply refer them to one of my programs, our Inbox Inner Circle, Email Domination, Mobile Opt-in. The products that you're using, the products that you're learning from, you can now make money with using this strategy when you network with people.
Exactly. Now, here's the funny thing, Anthony. Quite often, just like you, I'm asked to speak at sort of annual events like conventions and what have you. And so I'll speak at an event, and then a year later I'll be asked to return. And this happens to me every single time without exception. I will return to the event, and I'll be walking in, in the back of the room, and somebody will come up to me and they'll say, hey, Daven, it's great to see you. And I'll be like, oh, hello. And they'll say, Daven, I actually met you here last year. I'll be like, oh, yeah, great to see you again. They'll say, Daven, I have a funny story to tell you. I was here last year. I must have passed out 100 business cards. Not a single person called me. But you guys emailed me, called me the next day. I've been a client of yours for the last year. I love you guys. Happens every single time without exception. What's the difference between successful and unsuccessful people? Successful people take some action, just one little thing, or show up or follow up. It's just that one little thing that other people won't do, and you're going to be ahead of everybody. So I hope this is something that you're going to adopt in your business. All right, cool. Another strategy is a high-converting sales page, but I'll circle back around to that one. Here's one more strategy for you. Now, I do have to warn you, this is going to generate unlimited leads for life in your business. Hope you're okay with that. Now, this strategy also could be a little bit of a stretch, but I don't really think so. But I do guarantee you that this will be your favorite strategy here today. And this is actually something that Anthony's already touched on with you. Now, I have a question for you, and that is, have you ever gone to a great event before, or maybe attended a webinar, bought an incredible program, or learned an incredible strategy, went home, and did nothing? How many of you have been guilty of that? Matter of fact, if you've been guilty of that, give me a small yes. Give me a small yes if you're guilty.
We talk about not using what we purchase, about not following through with what we do, about not actually taking the first step by making a purchase, but not taking the second step by getting started with it. So I know that there's going to be a lot of yeses in this chat box. But we're working on changing that together.
That's right. And I can see you are, which is awesome. And so what you want to do is take that program that you may have purchased. Maybe it's a physical product. If it is, go over to your bookshelf, pull it off the shelf, blow the dust off of it, send it to your virtual assistant, have them learn it, and implement it. Now, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? Now, here's the scoop. When I first came up with this idea, this was many years ago, it was very novel, and there wasn't even a lot of software out there. So people were sending us books and tapes all day long, and it was crazy. And I have to tell you, it was a big hassle. It was hard to get stuff through customs. It's expensive to ship to the Philippines. And then our clients always wanted us to ship it back to them once we learned it, which was very expensive and problematic, and it was a big hassle. But today, if you buy a program, how is it going to be delivered to you? Well, most likely it's going to be delivered digitally to you, right? So you're just going to have a username, a password, and a URL, and that's it. And so all you have to do is swipe that, copy it, and paste it into an email, send it to your virtual assistant, have them learn and implement. And today, we estimate about 73% of our client base at 123 Employee is having us log into some sort of web-based platform, learn and do. So it's really awesome. All right, cool. So this was just about as long as we did in the demo the other day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to the video and let's see what happened with LJ and Tim. Let's check this out.
Howdy, Miss LJ.
Hi, Daven.
All right, now you guys haven't been chatting during this webinar, correct? No. Okay. Well, we'd probably hear you anyways. Okay. So LJ, did we pull it off?
Yes, Daven.
Okay. I always sweat that one. All right. So what do you have for me, LJ?
All right, I have a link for you. Kindly click on that link.
Okay. And so it looks like we have here, well, how do you like that? It's actually Tim's new blog. Very nice. What do you think of that, Tim? It looks really good. Yeah, absolutely. So let's just kind of go ahead and kind of tear through this a little bit for grading and what have you. Okay, so Tim, I like this banner. It's some sort of lo-fi piece of equipment or something like that. Did LJ lift this from one of your websites?
Yeah, I think from my Facebook. This is it's an old dental equipment that is electronics. It shows the contrast between the old and the new.
Gotcha.
So we can work on both.
Gotcha. Nice one, LJ. That looks pretty cool. Now, where did LJ get the picture from, Tim? Is that social media too?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So LJ, this looks fantastic. I'm just going to kind of, we're going to read through a little bit of this just to grade you on content here. So it says here, computer repair, 5 top tips to hire the best technician. You don't need to throw away your computer when a problem erupts, thanks to computer repair experts. However, in order to find the best possible technician for your laptop or desktop computer, there are some important things to look out for. When you set out to hire a technician for your computer, here are top tips to guide you. And then it says, check the technician's portfolio, check the technician specialized in computer problems you seek help, request for a referral, check your local listings for computer repair service providers, interview as many technicians as possible. LJ, it looks great. So I'm just going to drop down here at the bottom. It says, Tim McCoy, consultant of MTM Computer Consulting, has years of experience as a computer consultant and specialist providing a wide variety of computer-related services. Is that true, Tim? All right, excellent, cool. Tim has successfully established and maintained affiliations with different individuals and corporations worldwide, spearheading projects for computer consultants alike. For more information on how Tim can help you with networking troubleshooting, email virus protection, cool interest solutions, ongoing maintenance, and system support, feel free to visit mtmii.com. LJ, great job. Once again, you've outdone yourself. Thank you.
Thanks, Daven. Actually, I'm thinking what good is a blog if we can't share it, so I have another link for you.
Okay. Cool. Let's check this out. Okay. Let's see. So, in title, LJ, what do you want me to put in title here?
You can put computer repair.
Okay. And I'll just say computer repair in Ventura, California. Okay, cool. Let's see, and then paste in the URL?
Yes, Daven.
Got it. Okay. And category? Computer.
Category, you can choose computer and electronics.
Got it. And let's see, do you belong to a hotel rewards program? Yes, I do. Weird captcha. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Human verification failed. Let's try that again. Let's see. Click to reveal security code.
We bundle renters with your progressive
very clever.
And you can get renters for as low as $7 more a month. Cat food is more expensive than that, right, girl?
Progressive.com.
Bundle and save with Progressive.
All right, so we just did a shameless plug there for Progressive Insurance. Very cool and funny captcha. Okay, and let's see, I'm hitting ping here. And we do have a slow internet connection here, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. LJ, what's going on here?
Well, you just shared Teams you blocked over 8,000 directories in the internet.
Wow, very impressive, LJ. What do you think of that, Tim?
Wow, that would take a lot of time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Write about yourself. Do your own work.
That's true. That is very true. And who's got the time anyway? So, LJ, fantastic job. Congratulations. All right. Tim, thanks so much for being with us today. Guys, I know you are both very busy, so I'll let you get back to your stuff, okay? Okay.
Thank you, Daven.
Thanks, LJ. Thanks, Tim. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Awesome. All right, so I want to show you one more video. Check this out real quick.
I'm Daven Michaels, author of the book Outsource This. Welcome to 123 Employee.
At 123 Employee, we consider ourselves to be in a technology business. Our clients depend on us to deploy for them the latest technologies in social media, internet marketing, customer service, and telemarketing.
Hi, my name is Sachi, and I'm a virtual assistant of a lawyer in Texas. I work closely hand-in-hand with my client as I manage his emails, write articles, make video presentations, and at the same time help in conceptualizing his website.
Hi, my name is Stacy, and I am a virtual assistant of a professional coach in California. I do email drafting and handle my client's social media accounts.
Hi, my name is Shinky, and I'm a virtual assistant of a real estate broker in Nevada.
Hi, my name is Julie J, and I'm an internet marketer for a website development company in Las Vegas, Nevada. I do social media marketing, article writing and submission, social bookmarking, and SEO link building.
Hi there, my name is Audrey, and I work as a virtual assistant / telemarketer for a funding specialist in Parsippany, New Jersey.
At 123 Employee, we strive to always outperform for our clients. Don't just take our word for it. Take a listen to what our clients have to say about us.
Each and every one of us in this electronic age need virtual help. It is your virtual assistant in the Philippines that's going to take care of all your needs in a snap. And 123 Employee is where you want to go right now.
And now I'm using his service, and I'm promoting his service to all my entrepreneurs because I think they will be successful that much faster if they have someone else helping them with all the small things.
We want you to know that outsourcing is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
All right, and there was your old buddy Mark in there.
You had my buddy Mark Hansen on.
That's right, exactly. That's awesome. I didn't even remember that. So, guys, just imagine your 123 Employee virtual assistant doing your list building, your social media, online marketing, sales calls, training, implementation, article marketing, video marketing, bookkeeping, billing, Infusionsoft, Aweber, One Shopping, cart data entry, mind maps, planning, customer service, web design, audio editing, answering phones, blogging, email and scheduling, hub pages, squeeze pages, squidoo pages, follow-up, and so much more. Now, could you imagine that? Now, I have a question for you, and that is, if somebody was doing all this stuff for you, what the heck would you do with yourselves? What would you do with yourselves? Matter of fact, type it into the chat. What's that?
Go to Anguilla.
There you go. Go to Anguilla. Yeah, and I bet you had an amazing time there. As a matter of fact, type it in the chat. Tell me what you would do if you had all that free time on your hands. If somebody was doing all this stuff for you, what would you do? All right, let's see what we got coming in here. Okay, start another business. I love it. Start another business. Hang out with my friends. Okay. Somebody go to Anguilla. All right, cool. Take more vacations. Travel. Love it. Love it. Okay, focus on my business rather than in my business. Okay, very good. I love it. I love it. All great stuff. All right, so here's what I want you all to know, and that is I reward action takers. So if what I've just shared with you over the last 45 minutes or so, or however long it's been, has excited you, what I want you to do is I want you to type into the chat right now, show me the money. Type in show me the money. And what I'm going to do is for those of you that are early adopters, I'm going to make a really cool offer for you. I'm going to do something very, very cool for you, and you're going to see how I reward action takers in a big way. And by the way, who else rewards action takers? That's right. That's right. Life rewards action takers. So if you want to be an early adopter, if you want to get something incredible from me, type show me the money into the chat right now. Type show me the money. And just remember, I will reward you for taking action. All right, so I want to share something with you. I want to share something that's really near and dear to my heart, really cool, probably, hopefully as cool as Anguilla, and that is once a year I have my private mentoring clients that I take them to the Philippines for 10 days. We go to our center, they get to meet their virtual assistants, then we spend some time in the Philippines, and we spend 6 days on a private island. This is the private island, and during that time we mastermind, and we eat amazing food, we have a blast, we shoot great video, we actually sleep in these thatched huts, and you're not supposed to jump off the balcony, they're right on the water, but we do, and there's me, there's our VP, Bijal Palmer, and we just love going here once a year. We mastermind with our clients, it is incredible, and the coolest thing is living the laptop lifestyle, living the laptop lifestyle, living the laptop lifestyle, living the laptop lifestyle. It is awesome. My question for you is, who else wants to live the laptop lifestyle? If you want to live the laptop lifestyle, put a big fat yes in the chat box right now. Big fat yes. All right, big fat yes. Cool, here they come. All right, so in that case, may I have your permission to share the exact same system that some of the biggest thought leaders on the planet are using, and entrepreneurs just like you and I. If I can share this with you, type a big fat share it into the chat. Share. Share is fine. S-H-A-R-E. All right. I see the shares coming in, so I have your permission. In that case, let me share our system with you. So it's called our New Wealth and Freedom Lifestyle System. And the benefits are more time and money, financial freedom, a competitive advantage, a proven system, and the best thing, of course, is, that's right, done for you. So let me go ahead and share it with you. So it all starts with our multi-channel marketing plan. And if you recall, I shared this with you earlier. So what we do is we take a look at your website or the website that you're going to be creating. We do all the research. We deliver to you a fully detailed report of what needs to change on that website or the website that you're creating to make it more accessible to the search engines and to increase your conversions. So that's your on-page strategy. Then, if you recall, we take a look at your off-page strategy, everything that happens either online or offline, off of your website that drives traffic back to your website or websites or affiliate sites. We take a look at that, and then we actually create a custom video for your business. It takes us about 5 days to create, and then we give you this 1-hour custom video. Now remember, you have to watch this video so that you understand how we're going to do this. But remember, the video also becomes the roadmap for your virtual assistant. They watch the video, and now they have a roadmap for marketing your business. All right, and the value of that is $14.97. We're going to give you that as well. And by the way, if you're watching this, if you think about the value of a full-blown marketing plan, it would be thousands. So I just want you to know I'm being very conservative here in my value here when I'm valuing it at $14.97. Okay, we're also going to give you our stress-free outsourcing home study system. This is my 30 years in business. I share all of my outsourcing best practices, all of my marketing best practices, and all of my business process best practices. It's an awesome, awesome series. I'm very proud of it. I put a lot of work and time into it, and it's a huge box set, but we are now compressing it onto thumb drive because we want to save the planet. We shouldn't be eating up all these trees. So we're putting it on a thumb drive. I hope you agree that is the more responsible thing to do. So we're going to give you that as well. Now I do have a question for you, and that is, how many of you need more books and tapes? Well, my guess is the answer is no, you probably don't. But the reason I'm giving you this is I've learned over the years that a better educated client is a more successful client. And I know that you all spend time in transit. My question for you is, can you just listen to the audio when you're traveling? And my guess is yes. So we're going to give you my stress-free outsourcing home study system as well. That is a $14.97 value also. Now you're also going to get my done-for-you list building and money-generating sales page, and that's basically a sales page. Now, Anthony, I'm sure that you've created tools and you have all kinds of great things, for your clients to create their sales pages, but we will create a sales page for you. And as I'm sure you've learned, and as I'm sure that you've learned, that the copy that goes on these sales pages are considered both an art and a science. People pay thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. I know Anthony has. And would it be awesome if we not only created the sales page for you, but we also wrote the copy for you? So we're going to do that as well for one of your offers. And the value of that is $9.97, but I think it's worth a heck of a lot more than that. So I'm definitely lowballing it. Also, you saw the prospector in action, generate unlimited leads for life in your business. We're going to give you a copy of the prospector as well, and that is a $4.95 value. So we're going to give you that also. Also, we're going to invite you to, I believe, one of the most awesome events on the planet, and that's Beyond Marketing Live. And this is an event that we have delivered all over the world. We've done it in Europe, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, the US, and we love doing it. It's a labor of love for us. And if you have been to a Beyond Marketing Live, or if you know somebody who's been to Beyond Marketing Live, they will vouch. It is one of the coolest events out there. And at Beyond Marketing Live, we share with you the latest and greatest in internet marketing, and then we show you how to outsource and delegate it all so you can live your ideal life. It is a killer event. On Sunday, we have people laughing, we have people crying. It is really incredible, and we're kind of hooked on it. We're kind of junkies when it comes to this. We love doing it. And so we're going to give you 2 tickets. Yeah.
Not to interrupt, but, well, to interrupt, you can tell it's very hard to do a webinar with me. I was just going to tell you one of your attendees at this event, Jackie Del Grazi, I guess, said she's been and she loves it and it's awesome. I just figured I'd let everybody know we've actually got somebody on that's been to this event.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, Jackie, thanks so much for the kudos. We appreciate it. And look, we have hundreds and hundreds of people on the webinar right now from all around the world, so I bet there's even more people. So please chime in, tell us your thoughts on the event. This is interactive, and we love hearing it. We just love doing the event. So anyways, we're going to give you 2 tickets. They're $19.97 a piece. But also what's cool is once you come to a Beyond Marketing Live, which you can come to any of the ones anywhere in the world, we'll let you know when they're coming up, you become alumni, and you get to come over and over for free. You get lifetime attendance to the events, and we do that because, as you know, internet marketing and social media is changing by the millisecond, and so this event is always morphing and evolving. Sometimes we even change it during the event. So we want you to keep coming back for more. We want you to learn the latest and greatest so you have that edge. You win, we win, and once again, our brothers and sisters overseas win too. We all win. So it's awesome. So 2 tickets to Beyond Marketing Live, lifetime attendance, $39.95 value. Now also, just want to let you know that some of you out there may be thinking like, Dad, this sounds awesome, but I just want to hire you guys. And what I want you to know is get that out of your head. And here's why. If you come to our website, our programs start at 40 hours a month. So you can go 40 hours a month all the way up to 160 hours a month, which is full-time. But Anthony asked me to create a special tier for this webinar, and that's exactly what I did. So I created what I call a mini month. It's basically 10 hours a month for $147 a month. Now, just so you know, this is the most we would ever charge per hour, because as you buy more hours, the price goes down at 123 Employee. But I created this mini month for you on this webinar, and the reason why is I know that some of you, you might be a bit of a micromanager, and maybe outsourcing is a new concept for you, and maybe you just need to get your feet wet. So I created this mini month. You will not find it on our website. It's only available here. It's 10 hours a month for $147, and I'm going to give you 3 months free. How's that? Pretty cool, huh?
3 months of your virtual assistant free.
That's right. That's totally cool. And it's basically 3 months. You can stretch it out over 3 months or compress the hours and use them faster. It's totally up to you. Just so you know, when you come to 123 Employee, we do have a one-time $199 admin fee. And that covers everything. It covers the desk, the chair, the computer, internet, unlimited inbound, outbound phone, and a local phone number in the area code of your choice. So you can call your virtual assistants, email them, text them, Skype them, send smoke signals. You can always reach your virtual assistant when you need to. And so look at all the money that you save by just having, using us. So you don't have to pay all these expenses in your business. The office space, it's like getting a free employee. But just so you know, I'm going to eat that as well. So you're not going to pay the admin fee either. I'll cover that too. Total value of $640. Okay, now this is really important, and so if you have or haven't been paying attention, I want you to pay super close attention in this brief moment right now as I explain something to you, and that is nothing in our system expires. Now let me explain to you why this is so important. I know that many of you are at different places in your business. Some of you want a sales page tomorrow. You want to start using the prospector software the day after tomorrow. You don't want to hire your virtual assistant for a month or two or 6 months, whatever. And so because of that, nothing in the system expires. There's a lot of stuff in my system, and you can pick and choose it as you need it. But I gave you everything that I believe you need. I believe you need software to generate leads. I know that you need education. You need help in your business, so we're giving you a virtual assistant. We're giving you everything that you need, but you can pick and choose it as you need it. Nothing expires. Super important. Okay, so let's check in on our quiz that we started at the beginning. We went through several questions, and I want you to go ahead and tally up your questions now. See how many yeses, how many no's you have. And basically, if you answered yes to 4 or more of the questions, you probably should be outsourcing, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and recap everything that is in the system here. So first of all, we have our done-for-you multi-channel marketing plan. That's a $14.97 value. Our stress-free outsourcing home study system, another $14.97 value. Our done-for-you list building and money-generating sales page. The prospector lead gen software, $4.95 value. 2 tickets to Beyond Marketing Live, $39.95 with lifetime reattendance priceless, and 3 months of service at 123 Employee with the admin fee covered. Okay, so total value is $9,121 or $9,000. I can't see the last figure there because something's blocking on my screen, but over $9,000 in value. So we're going to give you that. Now here's a question for you, and that is, if all our system did was show you how to make an extra $100,000 in your business, would it be worth the investment? Absolutely. And if all our system did was show you how to increase your profits, decrease your expenses, and become a multimillionaire, would it be worth the investment? You bet, right? And if all our system did was show you how to become financially free so you could live your ideal life, would it be worth the investment? Okay, so the total value is $9,121. Your risk-free investment is only, and before I share that with you, one more thing I want to share with you, and that is, this is our loss leader. Now you may or may not know what a loss leader is, so let me explain. A loss leader is something that we sell at or just slightly above cost. And so that's what this is. I literally just throw in a few bucks to cover my travel if I'm speaking on a stage or something like that, and that's about it. So my question for you is, why would I spend a couple hours with you training and teaching you and then sell you something that I don't make any money on? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Well, I have to tell you, I was recently speaking at an event, and I said the same thing. And this gentleman yelled out, drugs. and that's exactly it. I want to get you hooked. That's what we want to do. Basically, we want to get you hooked on our services as a 123 employee, and we know that you will have great results and everybody wins. So your risk-free investment is only $9.97. And if you recall, I did say that I reward action takers. So first of all, let me give you the URL where you can take action at right now, and that is 123employee.com/Anthony. That's 123employee.com/Anthony. Okay. Now, for those of you that put in show me the money just a little while earlier, you've already received this link, and we've already seen orders come in. Okay, and so I did tell you that I reward action takers. I'll tell you more about that in 1 second, but jump on right now to get that reward. Now, here's what I want you to know. I feel so passionately about our program that we're totally going to back it up. So you can try out the system risk-free, 30 days. If you're not totally blown away, if you don't see how this is going to completely revolutionize the way you do business, just let us know. We'll gladly give you your money back. No questions asked, no problems at all. Okay, now, once again, very important, I reward action takers. So let me explain to you how we're going to do this. I see that we've had several orders already come in. Let's see, do we have some names here? Let's see, yep, okay, so I've got orders coming in. So here's what we're going to do. If you recall, I said that we were giving away 3 months of service at 123 Employee as a bonus. So for Jason, okay, so for Jason who placed his order, Jason, congratulations. It's now 4 months of service for you, okay? So 4 months of service at 123 Employee. Also, we have Leslie. Okay, so Leslie, congratulations. It's now 5 months of service for both of you. John and Leslie, you're now receiving 5 months of service at 123 Employee. Okay, got another person here. Tito, congratulations. It's now 6 months for all of you guys. So do you see how this works? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep bumping up these numbers, but only, so each person that orders, it's going to bump up an extra month for all of you guys, but I'm only going to do this until the end of this webinar, and then it all goes back to 3 months of service. So right now, we're at 6 months of service, thanks to Tito. You guys are all receiving 6 months of service. The next person bumps it up to 7 months of service, and we're going to keep going until we sign off of this webinar, and then it goes back to 3 months. All right. So for those of you that haven't taken, well, actually, this is for all of you guys. I have a couple more bonuses that I'm going to give you as well. So if you are a real estate investor, we've created a series called Outsourcing for Investors, where I show you about 30 plus different strategies that you can use in your investment business to basically kind of alleviate your property manager. You can outsource and delegate most of those tasks. It's really powerful. If you're buying real estate, you're going to want to listen to this series. It's pretty awesome. Now, authors, I'm an author. Wouldn't it be great if your virtual assistant could get you on the radio day in and day out? Would that help you sell books? Well, in Outsourcing for Authors, I show you exactly how I do that. And speakers, would you like to speak on more stages? I'm a speaker. Anthony's a speaker. Let me share with you guys real quickly how I became an international speaker in about 18 months. So here's what I did. I took 3 virtual assistants. I put them in 3 different time zones. You don't have to be this aggressive, but I put them in 3 different time zones, and then I had them data mining, finding stages that I could speak on. They then compiled the information on those promoters. They reached out to those promoters on my behalf, scheduled 20-minute phone appointments with myself and my U.S. assistant, Kristen. We would jump on these calls and share with them how I could add value to their events. Now, we did this for about 10, 15, 20 times, and then I stopped showing up, and Kristen took over. So she would jump on the bridge and say, you know what, Daven just got busy on a phone call, but rather than make you wait, let's just jump into it. And I was off, traveling the globe, speaking on stages while Kristen was closing these deals. It was an awesome strategy. It worked out really well for me. And this is something I share how to do in Outsourcing for Speakers. Also, if you're a network marketing professional, you know what I learned putting together this set where I share about 40 different strategies for generating more leads, not costing you any money, just down and dirty marketing, guerrilla marketing type strategies. I just learned that network marketing is really just networking, and we're all networkers, so it's a really great set. So once again, outsourcing for investors, outsourcing for authors, outsourcing for speakers, outsourcing for network marketing professionals, just another bonus for all of you guys that are taking action, and that is a $9.95 value. All right, and by the way, I want to send out a congratulations to Rick Price. All right, Rick, you purchased, so now it's 7 months. So Rick, that's 7 months for you, and let's see, that was, I think, Tito, John, and Leslie. Air high fives to Rick Price because he just knocked you up to 7 months. All right, keep them coming, guys, keep them coming. All right, that's all.
I saw a lot of people in the chat are asking for the link again. I know it's in the chat, little chat box, but do we have it where we can add it back on the screen?
Yeah, actually I can't because I'm going from slide to slide right now, but everyone, the link is 123employee.com/Anthony, 123employee.com/Anthony, and let's just keep kind of...
Everybody, just look down in the chat. I know that you're used to me leaving it on the screen. Just look down in the chat box there. It's 123employee/Anthony. Obviously, Daven's got a lot of great bonuses, and they keep coming. I wasn't aware of the fact that he was going to be bumping this up to give even more time with the virtual assistant. How many of you feel like literally, I mean, what are we at now, 7, Daven?
Yes, yeah, Rick just bumped it up to 7, yeah.
Okay, so how many of you feel like that alone is phenomenal, literally just phenomenal? Just let me know. Just say yes in the chat box if you feel like that's phenomenal. I mean, all the bonuses are great, all the training is great, all of this stuff is great, but how many of you feel like having a virtual assistant bonus for you, and it's going to keep going up as you guys continue to enroll? I didn't know it was going to do that, by the way. I negotiated 3 months for you, not 7, but I negotiated 3. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is there is nothing else like this on the planet. All of you have asked me in the past, how do I get started right now? Okay, how do I get started right now? And I've told you, you got to take action. You got to do something. You got to get off your butt. You got to actually do what it is that I teach you to do. The great thing about this is this does not give you the option to be lazy, okay? But what it does do is it gives you the option to leverage somebody else's knowledge. It gives you the option to get those people starting your business for you so that you can learn as you go. It gives you the option to leverage people, their time, and their expertise without you having to learn it all up front. And Daven had a great idea that he spoke about earlier, and that was that you can actually have your virtual assistants go through my programs. You can have them go through Inbox Inner Circle. You can have them go through Mobile Opt-in. You can have them go through Email Domination. If you're working on Adrian's programs as well, you can have them go through his T-Advantage program. You can have them go through all of the e-commerce and Shopify stuff that he's teaching, and you can have them learn with you. So how many of you feel like it would be great if you were learning and your team of virtual assistants were learning so that you could literally go 3, 4, 5, 6 times as fast as you can go if you're just by yourself? Just say yes.
Absolutely. Okay. And I'll tell you, somebody else that just said yes. That was Norman Richard Morris. He said yes, and he just bought everybody 8 months of service at 123 Employee. How's that for cool?
I love it. I love it. What I really want them to focus on. Because look, I know that you teach this program to so many people like me that have really large businesses, and people that do speaking and authors and real estate investors and all of this stuff, and it works. What's great about your business model is it works for every business, right? If you're in business, then you need Daven Michaels. I mean, you've got a great business. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's kind of like air. If you're alive, you need it, right? It makes a ton of sense. But my students are literally 100%, email marketing, right? We are teaching them email marketing and how to be email marketers, and that's why I really want them to see the value and what it can do for their business as it pertains to them. Because I'm sure that some of them are doing other things on, in business, or trying to anyway. But our real focus is obviously the email side of things, and that's learning how to make money from CPA offers. We went over a great strategy for that earlier. We can literally have virtual assistants go online, find businesses that don't even have affiliate programs, hook you up with them, and you can instantly start profiting by sending emails for them. That's a phenomenal idea. You can build your list using the Craigslist method. Have your virtual assistant posting ads, have people that respond to those ads be sent a link by your virtual assistant to your opt-in page. Boom, your list starts growing, costs you nothing, and it's super, 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 super targeted, right? So if you're sitting there wondering, what is it that my virtual assistant could do for me? What is it that 123 Employee can do for me? How is that going to help me next week and the next week and the next week when we get on Anthony's Success Connections and we're learning and we're growing and we're doing all these things? The fact of the matter is, you can invite your virtual assistant to the Success Connection. They can get on, they can listen, they can learn, they can help you implement the things that I'm teaching you. What I look at these people as, I look at Daven's staff, I look at the virtual assistants that he has, I look at the opportunity for you to literally double your brain power. How many of you feel like 2 brains is better than 1, assuming we're not all done? Just go ahead and say yes. If you feel like 2 brains is better than 1, right? Of course it is. Assuming all things are equal, right? 2 brains are better than 1. 2 people learning are going to learn something different. Each person learns differently. Your virtual assistant's going to see things that you don't see. That's going to help you prevent mistakes. When you prevent mistakes, what do? You save money. What does that mean? That means you have success, you have ROI, you have profits faster. There are so many things that a virtual assistant helps you do. They help you prevent mistakes. They help you scale. They help you get going faster. They help you make more money. They help you have better return on investment. They help you get over the hurdles and the bumps and the roadblocks that you don't know about right now, but that they already know about because they've already been there. Because they've helped people like me. They've helped people like Mark Victor Hansen, and they've helped people like Daven build massive businesses and have a lot of success. So if you are interested in having this type of opportunity, having this type of service, then I suggest that you go ahead and take advantage of it. The link is right down in the chat box. It's 123employee.com/Anthony. It's going to make sure that you have the leverage that you need to get going right now.
Awesome, awesome. Hold on one sec here. Okay. I want to congratulate all the young, bright millionaires that are taking action, and boy, there are a ton of you guys. All right, so Nancy Cotton, congratulations. Letitia Jeffrey, congratulations. And here's what I want you guys to start doing. I want you, those of you that have taken action, the young, bright millionaires that are taking action right now, what I want you to type into the chat right now is what you're going to do with your virtual assistant, or why you decided to make this move. Matter of fact, that sounds better. I want to know what your why is. So why did you decide to do this? So type it in the chat right now. Why are you taking action right now? I want everyone to know this, and I want us to celebrate it and talk a little bit more about it. So Norman Rambo, tell us why. Tell us what your why is. And same with you, let's see, Morris Stride. Tell us what your why is. Drop it in the chat right now. Congratulations. Doc Bevan, congratulations. Drop it in the chat. Thomas Schaefer, congratulations. Give us your why. Let's see. Richard Garcia, congratulations. Drop it in the chat. Tell us your why, Richard. Let's see. And let's see. Who is this? Okay, I only saw, oh, okay, Ulrich, congratulations, buddy. Drop it in the chat. Give us your why. Congratulations, Ulrich. Thomas Schaefer, congratulations. Okay,
hey,
wow,
Daven,
this is awesome. Yeah.
Let's look at, I just want to look, you know, I like to do things kind of crazy. I know I'm kind of crazy. Yeah. Mary Petrano, can you just say hey in the chat box if you hear me? Daven, Mary said she's using 123 Employee, and she's in her second week and have more pieces of her business completed than she did in the past several years. Mary, do you have a microphone on your computer? I might bring Mary on live and talk to Mary for a second. I just want to see if Mary has a microphone. So it's kind of a teaser, everybody. Hold tight. Mary, just chat. Just type in the chat box if you do have a microphone on your computer, and I can unmute you. Okay, you do. Great. All right. Do you mind me bringing you live just to let you tell everybody what I saw you type in the chat box? Because we have 1,000 people on this training right now, and I know a lot of times they hear me, they hear Daven, but they don't actually hear from successful students. And so I figured, hey, if you are willing to hop on and just tell a little bit about your experience with 123 Employee, that'd be phenomenal. So just say yes if you are, and everybody else, obviously, like I said, 123employee.com/Anthony is where you go to enroll. Okay, look, Mary said she's willing. Let's bring Mary on. Let me just see if I can't unmute Mary real quick. I know this was unexpected, Daven, but
right. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
Let's see. I think we have Mary. Mary, can you hear us?
I can.
Well, how are you?
Mary.
Hi, guys.
I normally bring people live on the webinars to talk, but I'm scrolling through the chat. I see you tell me that you've literally got more pieces of your business put together in the last 2 weeks than you have in the last 2 years, and I feel like there are so many people on this webinar right now. This is not a make money program. This is a help you use what you already have program. And I just felt like when I saw your comments, maybe those people that are kind of sitting on the fence, they think, hey, look, I get on webinars, I see things all the time. I'm kind of, maybe I'll do this, maybe I won't. What would you say to those people? I mean, what has your experience been?
So the first thing I can say is I am totally technically challenged and was boggled by how to put a link into a post. I didn't know where to begin. And when I spoke with the project manager, they took me through it step by step and said, okay, so you're not ready with your email marketing plan, so let's start with your Facebook fan page. I've got a fan page up. I have a get response survey completed. That's LinkedIn. We just today set a schedule to have automated posts put in so that keeps going throughout the week. We've also done some t-shirts. I have about 5 t-shirts designed, and they're being uploaded. I mean, it's just been incredible. My big challenge was how do I give direction and be clear and follow a process, and I'm being helped do that as well.
Awesome. So what you're saying is, and I know that's like that's a few different strategies. Like I've taught the Facebook strategy to build your email list. I know Adrian teaches a lot about, just for those of you that are here and you don't know, like what exactly is Mary doing. Mary's obviously promoting T-shirts. That's a huge opportunity right now online. It's a huge affiliate program with Teespring and Represent and all of those things. So we've got a, you know, gosh, I mean, we've got an awful lot of things going on. Now, you said that some of your challenge in the past has been just getting things put together. How many of you have had the same challenges that Mary just talked about, where you know what to do, you're just having a hard time getting it done, like actually making it happen, okay? So yeah, so Mary, I'm seeing a ton of people that are saying they're experiencing the same thing. So in your experience, what you're saying is Daven's program, which I'm sure, I don't know if you've ever met Daven before, but you're welcome to say, hey, the virtual assistant that he's connected you with has taken you from knowing what to do and turned you into somebody that's actually doing what you know you need to do. Would that be a fair assessment?
That is a fair assessment. We just decided yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, that we needed to tie all the pieces together. And so in the works now is a WordPress website that's going to tie everything together neatly.
Wow. Awesome. Mary, it's so great to meet you. Where are you located?
I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay. Okay, and what's your last name?
Petriano.
I want to give one of our, I'm going to reach out to your account manager, make sure that your PM and your AM gets a big bonus. So that's awesome. All right, well, thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's really great to meet you.
My VA.
What's that?
I said Bernard Yu is my VA.
Bernard. Okay, great. Awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. How many of you are, if you're proud of Mary making it happen and making it work, just say yes in the chat box. I don't know if Mary can see all the yeses. I know we've unmuted you, but I'm not sure if you can see all the yeses. But you're getting hundreds of people that are saying congratulations. They're proud of you. Go Mary. That's awesome. You know, it's so rare that I'm able to get on here, and I'm always trying to scroll to the chat box, but I mean, there's hundreds of things coming in. But I just saw your post, and I just thought, gosh, you know, here we are. I've got Daven on here. Mary, I use Daven's resources as well. It's always been something that I've used. He helps me, or his staff helps me send my emails. They help me basically do pretty much everything in my business. And so it's interesting because I'm doing all of this stuff, and it's successful and it works for me, and then I get on here and I see you saying that it works for you, and the thing is it's working. I want people to see that it works not only for big business. I know Daven talks an awful lot about big businesses, about business owners and, you know, authors, speakers, real estate investors, all this stuff. But I know that most people, you know, certainly most people on this webinar are probably a lot like you, where you've been coming on, you're engaged, you're listening, you're learning, you feel like you're getting somewhere, but then you feel like you're getting nowhere because nothing's getting implemented, because some of the techie stuff, like you said earlier, just isn't happening for you. And so when I saw your chat over here, I thought, man, if you could share with with all of our students, with everybody on here, just that, hey, your experience. I had no clue what to expect when I brought you on here. I was hoping you actually really were doing it and not just saying it in the chat box.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
if I can. A great story there.
Yeah, if I can, two things. One is I actually went in and tried to tweak something and completely ruined it. I sent my little email going, all right, I just messed up your work, and I got back no problem, and it was fixed like right away. And the other thing I wanted to say is, Daven, thank you so much, because I was dreading not being able to go on for another month. You know, with the service, and now with what you've offered, this is awesome.
That's great, Mary. Well, I thank you so much for sharing the feedback. We always love hearing great things like that. So, you know, this is great. And what I want you all to know out there is I really want to manage your expectation. You know, I have to tell you, I will, as hard as we work, I will never have the perfect business. We're in the people business. People are fallible. We will, I guarantee you, Mary, we'll end up making mistakes, but we'll always make it right. And as long as you communicate with us and invest in your virtual assistant, and the best way to invest in your virtual assistant is to spend time with them. Now, we know that you're super busy, but the more time you can spend with them, the more you can share with them what goals you want to achieve, the better performers are going to become for you. And when you really think about a virtual assistant, they're really a task executor, but over time, you know, all of our clients want our people to be strategists. And that's why we created the multi-channel marketing plan, so we can create strategy for you. But the reality is, if you invest in your virtual assistant, if you spend time with them and you show them what your needs are, then over time they will become a strategist, and that's what's really exciting too. So Mary, I thank you once again for sharing your feedback. That's great. Awesome. Okay, well, yeah, cool, thanks. There's a massive amount of questions. Thanks again, Mary. There's a massive amount of questions coming in. We also have a massive amount of orders coming in. I want to acknowledge everybody. And what I also want you to know is I'm going to answer every single question. Before we leave here, we're going to answer every single question. I will not leave any questions unanswered. And so what I did want to let you know, there's a ton of questions coming in, and I'll answer all of them in just a minute, but there were a few questions that I thought it'd probably be a good idea to answer right now. And so the first thing, let's see, somebody said, is this in U.S. dollars? The answer is yes, it is in U.S. dollars. And one person said that they're having a problem with their credit card, and is there a phone number? There is a phone number. Anthony, should we give that out yet, or should we just wait a little bit?
Well, you know, it's on the order form. I think also one of the things we want to talk about, Daven, there was a little bit of, I know on the order form, one right here at 123employee.com/Anthony, there are two payment options for people. You know, obviously it's $997. And by the way, I do see all of you asking about the cash giveaway. We will be announcing our $600 cash winner here very shortly. We just want to finish up a little bit of this Q&A, so hang tight. We will be announcing the winner. Daven, can you explain the difference in what people get with the $997 package versus, I think you have it broken down, I'm not on the order form, but I think maybe 3 payments so that maybe people can't get all of it right now. They could put it on a payment plan. What's the difference in the two? Because I did see that coming up a lot in the chat box.
Yeah, and actually, I was going to pull it up, but I can't pull it up from over here. But just basically to explain to you, I think we either have a 2-pay option on there, or we actually have, we have the full pay, and then we may even have a 2 and a 3-pay option. I'm not sure which ones are on there. Sometimes we have one, sometimes we have both. But basically, you can make payments. It's all broken down there for you. You're going to pay a little bit more. We charge you a little bit of interest if you do payments. So, of course, the better offer is just paying up front. But, hey, you do whichever one works for you. We just want to make sure that you get help. So either of those options, go for it. Again, of course, you'll save money by making a full pay. Okay. All right, so I still want to answer more questions, but I also have some more bonuses and goodies for you all here. So let me just kind of go through this real quick. So as you know, I reward action takers, and let's just take a quick look at who else is taking action, because I do want to acknowledge the people that are taking action, and wow, there's a lot of you. Okay, so David Bull, congratulations, buddy, and put your why in the chat box. Tell us why you decided to take action today. Same for you, Owen Sands, congratulations. Let's see, and Anthony, I hope you don't mind me acknowledging the action takers, but I think it's important. So
no, definitely.
You okay with it?
I want to be clear on something. I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but I'm just reading through the chat box. And I wanted to make sure the increase in the number of months, I think we're at 7 months of free virtual assistant bonus. Is that right?
We're actually at 8 months right now. Yep.
Okay, 8. Okay. That is with both the payment plan and the full pay, right?
Yes, either way. Okay. And let me explain that. Yep, and let me explain that 8 months for a minute too, so everybody understands it, so there's no confusion. So basically, I created a mini month of service. It's 10 hours a month for 8 months. Now, most of you probably have a lot of stuff you want to get done. So if that's the case, we can just compress those hours and you can burn through them faster. Totally up to you. After that, you can keep going with your 10-hour a month plan for $147 a month. You could bump up to a higher hour package. You'll pay less per hour, but either way, there's no obligation, there's no contracts. You just keep doing it as long as you find value.
Awesome.
All right. Let's see. Let's acknowledge some other people. I'm going to butcher this name, but it looks like it's Gear Silverstein. Severstein. Congratulations to you. Also, Lynette Burkitt. Lynette, congratulations. Orville Faley, congratulations. And please, all of you, jump into the chat box and tell us your why you decided to take action today. Owen Sands, congratulations. Let's see. David. Oh, I already said David Bull, I think. Let's see. Congratulations.
If you've taken action and you're in, I can't see. Just say yes in the chat box if you've taken action and you're going to be working with your virtual assistant. I just want to be able to...
Or better yet, give us your why. Type in your why. We want to hear the why.
I see Jim. Obviously Mary. I see Leah. I see Rick. I see Rick Garcia and Rick Price, obviously. Ulrich is in. Looks like Norman is in. Johnny is in. Letitia, or Jeffrey. Letitia Jeffrey, maybe. It's going so fast, man, it's hard for me to keep up. Michael Ruff, maybe. I think sometimes GoToWebinar is backwards.
And by the way, too, I also want to say, Julie Simard, I think there was an issue with your credit card. I hope you get that squared away so that you can be in on this deal. Oh, yep, Julie, I think you did get in on it. I think you're good. All right, Anthony, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Let's see. It looks like William Bevan, Jack Poage. There's so many people.
There's so many people.
Yeah.
Let's we're going to acknowledge everybody. I do want to move on for another moment, though, because I do have a few more bonuses for all of you that I want to share. So as you know, you're all getting outsourcing for authors, outsourcing for speakers, outsourcing for investors and network marketing professionals. So you're going to get that. But also another bonus that I didn't tell you about that I'm really excited about, this is something brand new we've recently created, and that's our Outsourcing Blueprint Resource Library. You know, one of the things that we found at 123 is that our employees are pretty quick usually. And so people come to us and they say, hey, I wanted you to do this, that, blah, 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 blah. And then we get it done from real quick. And then quite often entrepreneurs get this syndrome that we call, which is too busy to manage. Okay, so they get too busy. Like they'll basically give their virtual assistant a few tasks and then they don't check in with them for a week or so, and they're like, what have you done? And they're like, well, you haven't given us anything else. So we have created something for that because we find that the biggest challenge for entrepreneurs is knowing what to have their virtual assistant do and training them on how to do it. So we recently created the Outsourcing Blueprint Resource Library. So it's a membership site and you'll have exclusive access to instructions that you can use with your virtual assistant on specific tasks. So basically every week my team and I, we post a new strategy. And we basically will put a process map in there and usually a video or a set of instructions, and you should go through it and then share it with your virtual assistant. But some of our people, they get so busy that they don't have time to manage, they just give their virtual assistant access to the Outsourcing Blueprint Resource Library, and every single week they go on there, learn a strategy, ask their client, do you want us to execute this strategy for you? Client says yes, and they do it. And there's new tasks every single week, like creating blog posts, LinkedIn platforms, writing sales letters, Google Hangouts, and just so much more every single week, and it is killer. So I'm going to give you the first month for free. After that, I need to pay for this work and resource, research and work, but we keep it really inexpensive. It's less than $10 a month. The cost for a coffee or a coffee and a half, so it's $9.95 a month after the first month. No obligation. You can cancel anytime you like, but you won't want to do it because you want to get these new strategies every single week for your virtual assistant. You can learn it and have them learn it, or you could just give them the reins and let them learn it. Make sure you take advantage of this. It is awesome, and the first month is free. Okay, so just to recap, as you know, we added the Industry Outsourcing Success Series and, of course, the Outsourcing Blueprint Resource Library, which is priceless. Total value now is $10,167, and for those of you that take action today, your risk-free investment is only $997. And if for any reason that's a burden, of course, you can do a payment plan, but you'll save money by paying in full. Now, I have a question for you, and that is, are you worth the investment in yourself? And I hope the answer is yes. And how many of you know right now that you need this system, and if money wasn't an object, you'd be ordering right now? Matter of fact, if that's you, if you haven't taken action yet, give me a big fat yes if you would be taking action if you had the money. Give me a big fat, okay, here they come. Yeah, lots of yeses on that. All right, so how many of you know right now that you want to get your life back? How many of you want to get your life back? If you do, give me an I do. Give me an I do if you want to get your life back. All right, I see several I do's coming in. And how many of you would just like to get my system for free? How many of you like to get my system for free? Those of you that are filling out your order forms right now, fill them out. You are going to have to take action and place an order today, but let me tell you how you can have my system absolutely free. Let me show you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 12 months to refer 2 people that take this program, and when you do, we'll give you all your money back. Now, you may be able to find this program online for a couple $1,000s. People have paid $2,000 for it, but you are receiving it today for $997 because of my relationship with Anthony. Your people will be grandfathered into this as well. We will give you an affiliate link that will take them to this webinar. All you have to do, we make it easy for you. You just send them out the affiliate link. Once they sign up, we will give you all your money back. 2 people sign up, we'll give you all your money back. It's that simple. We make it really easy, and it's awesome. Now, having said that, lots of people take advantage of this. I have to tell you, when I speak in Asia, everybody takes advantage of this because they're just better networkers than we are in the U.S. Well, actually, I'm not even in the U.S. right now. I'm in Dubai. But technically, what you could do is you could make the investment today, purchase the program today, refer 2 people over the next 30 days, and get your money back before your credit card statement even arrives. And you can totally do that. We have lots of people that do. So totally awesome. Let me introduce you to one of our affiliates that makes money referring people to our program. And we have thousands of affiliates that do this. And by the way, once you refer your first 2 and you get your money back, we'll still keep paying you. We'll pay you $400 for each person that buys the program, and we'll just continue to do that for you. So check out this video. This is from one of our affiliates, Ty Cohen.
Hey guys, Ty Cohen here from sunny San Diego. And I just want to say a few words about Daven Michaels and the entire 123 employee staff. I promoted Daven for the last couple of years, and I've got to say that it's one of the best things that I've done. Number one, because my list and the people that I introduced Daven to, they just love the quality, they just love his staff, they love the effort that they put into the old outsourcing platform that he has over there at 123 Employee. And the second thing is, I know that when I promote Daven, it's going to be something that converts. It's going to be something that I see results from. I've promoted him for the last couple of years, and I've continuously, month after month after month, seen residuals and commissions come in. I mean, it's one of the best things that you can do.
Awesome. Okay. I unplugged my earphone. Let me plug it right back in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so how many of you know right now that you want to get your life back? Well, I really want that for you. So let me see. Okay, in a minute we're going to talk about what to expect, but you know what? We need to get the link up on here. So you know what? I'm just going to throw this on here so you guys can see it, and then we can talk more about this. 123employee.com/Anthony.
Yeah, and I want to clear up something, Daven, because you know, we talked a lot, and like I said, my students. Sorry, my phone dropped there. You know, my students, they're kind of used to I do everything in a kind of the same way every week, so I got a lot going on, so some of them are a little bit confused. So I want to explain a couple of things. What you're paying tonight, the $997, is getting you all of this program, I'm not going to go back through all of that stuff because it's a ton of stuff, right? A lot of different tools, softwares, trainings. You're also getting 8 months. It was 4 months. Daven's basically doubled that now on this webinar for you only and only for tonight. You're getting 8 months. Now he calls them mini months. That's 10 hours a month. Okay, few questions to address. Some people have said, hey, I'm going to be out of town next month. I'm traveling. It's Christmas, whatever. I won't be able to use next month. So should I just wait and sign up? The answer is no. If you listened earlier, Daven said that this doesn't expire. So if you sign up tonight, you take advantage of it, you get the 8 months for free, right? So you get the 80 hours of a virtual assistant for free. Then you can use it when you like. If you need to use it in February, you can use it in February. If you want to use 10 hours in February and 40 hours in March, you can do that. So it's completely up to you when you use this, okay? So it's not something that you're going to have to use instantly right this exact minute, okay? All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing is that you're not. Daven mentioned earlier like $147 a month and all of that stuff. Right now, you're getting your virtual assistant for free. So the $9.97 is what you're paying. Now, once you use up those hours of time with your virtual assistant, then you can choose, if you wish, you can choose to go ahead and of course, continue on, right? Like you can continue on for X number of hours per month with your virtual assistant. So it's not like you're having to do a specific, I guess, a specific amount of time right now. You're not having to do a specific amount of time in the future, and you're not paying a monthly fee for your virtual assistant when you get started. So I want to clear that up because a lot of you have asked that question, and I want to make sure that you know the answer to it because that is obviously very important. This is a great opportunity. I know some of you are saying, Daven, some people are saying that the offer expired. And I think that was the countdown timer that you had on there because obviously we plan to have this webinar over earlier. So if you're seeing that the countdown timer has expired, on my screen I still show there's 24 minutes left. It's okay. It's $997 for tonight and tonight only. Not going to be running a long replay of this and everything. This is for a special event for tonight. So that's how it works. If the countdown timer says 0 on the page, don't worry. You'll still be able to get access to it as long as you do it right now tonight. There are 2 options for you to pay. You can pay $9.97 right now. You can take the 3 payment plan, which helps you get in. You're going to save some money by doing the full pay and paying in full right now. I highly suggest that. I always highly suggest that. However, I also suggest that if the only way you can get involved, if the only way you can wake up tomorrow, just like Mary with your own virtual assistant, to stop being somebody who's trying to get started and start being somebody who has a team ready to help them actually do something, if the only way you can do it is by using the payment plan, go for it. There's no reason in the world not to. He's giving you a full guarantee, a full money-back guarantee to make sure that if you're not happy with your virtual assistant, if you aren't somebody that I can bring on here literally a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now, and just randomly I have Daven back on and you're not popping up in my chat box like Mary is, then obviously something's wrong. Because as you can see, we did this event completely live. You guys can see I'm always messing around. All kinds of stuff happens. My dog barks. I think I brought her in here earlier, about an hour ago. Completely live event. And all of a sudden, we've got students on here. We've got people on here whose lives have changed, who've gone from not doing anything, frustrated. How many of you are frustrated because you just want so badly to do something, but yet you're just confused? And it's not that I'm a terrible teacher, because I refuse to accept that. It's that you simply have so much stuff going on in your head that you're scared that you're going to do something wrong. If you do something wrong, it's going to break everything. If it breaks everything, then you're going to fail. And none of us want to fail. We're all scared of failing. So what do? We do this. We get paralyzed because we're scared of failing. And we don't want to fail. But here's the thing. When you have that problem, okay, when you have that problem, you kill your only shot at success. You kill your ability to be successful because you're paralyzed. So what I want to do is, I see a lot of you saying that's you. Tom says that's you, or that's him. Adrian says brain overload. Well, James Winifred says that's so true. Okay, listen, if that's so true, okay, if that's so true, then you need to take action. You need to let somebody else work on this with you, okay? You need to let somebody else work on this with you and let somebody else help you. Now, Daven, I see a lot of people that are asking me, you know, a lot of people that are asking me about the virtual assistant and how it pertains to the two different plans. Can you please shed some light on it? Because I don't personally know. I know that you set a lot of this up for me, especially for tonight. So can you kind of shed some light on it? Is there anything different in what they get in the two plans, the full pay?
No. So everything is exactly the same. Right now we're at 8 months of service. So you're going to have 8 months of service at 10 hours a month. That's basically 80 hours. You can use it for the next 8 months or anytime you want to get started. Let's say you're going to be out of town for 90 days. Then you can start in 90 days. Or if you just don't want to hire your VA for 6 months, that's fine. Or maybe you know you're starting a new business, but you're not going to start it for 6 months. That's fine. Remember, nothing expires in the system. The clock doesn't start ticking now. The clock starts ticking when you execute it and say, okay, I'm ready to start my service. So, and in a few minutes, we're going to be covering kind of what's next and what's going to be happening. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. But basically, you start your service whenever you want to start. That's when the clock starts ticking. But you got 8 months for free at 10 hours a month, or you can compress the hours and use them quicker. Totally up to you. Doesn't matter whether you do a payment plan today or not. You get everything in the program. You get everything. Either way you go, full pay or payment plan.
All right. Also, let's show them what happens once they get enrolled, because I see a lot of people, Daven, I know. Okay, again, some of you are saying the link has expired.
Yeah,
we have gone way.
Let me address that right now. If the link expires, there's a phone number on there, and call that number. We'll go ahead and take your order over the phone. It's not a problem, and just make sure that you get the order in tonight. So you got to call. If it rolls to voicemail, we're going to call you back tonight to get the final order from you. So just make sure that you're in communication with us tonight, and we'll get you squared away, and you'll be in on the 8 months of service.
Okay, so like I was saying, let's move on into to showing everybody what they get and what to expect once they get rolling. Because I know it's been about 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I see a lot of people are here. They hate to get off these webinars before I close them down, even if they've already enrolled and already joined. So I want to show them what to expect now. Now that we've got so many people that are going to be rocking this.
Okay, sounds good. So I actually don't have a slide breaking down what to expect next, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you what to expect next. So here's what you can expect next, and I'm going to just throw the link back on. And then I still, even after this, I want to go ahead and answer all your questions, because there are a lot of questions coming in. And once again, just to recap, if your link has expired, that's okay. Just call the office. The phone number is on that link, and just make sure that you communicate with us tonight. So if you call and you happen to get voicemail, leave your information, but stand by. We're going to call you back tonight and get your order. That's the only way that you'll get access to the 8 months of service. Otherwise, we're going to go back down to 3 months of service. And that link again is 123employee.com, Anthony, A-N-T-H-O-N-Y. Okay, so here's what to expect next. So once your order is placed, you'll receive an email from us. The email will encapsulate everything that's in the program. It'll include the links. It'll show you what's happening next and how to take advantage of everything in the system. Now, if you want to use, there's basically two types of clients that come to 123 Employee, and then a mix of the two. So there's one group of people, they know exactly what they need. They have a software app, they want us to run it, or maybe they want us to pick up their phones or do the scheduling or whatever it may be. They just know what they need, and that's great, and you're good to go. You'll receive a phone call from our people tomorrow. We're going to go over everything in the program with you. You can tell them when you want to get started, what your instructions are, and you're ready to roll. The other group of people is the group of people that knows that they need this. They know they need help in their marketing. They know they need help in their business process, but they really don't know where to get started. They don't know exactly what to focus on first. And that's why we created the multi-channel marketing plan. That's for you. And you will see in that email that you received, you'll see a link to the multi-channel marketing plan. And what you're going to want to do is click on that link, fill out all your information, and then we'll begin creating that marketing plan for you. Now, these are all custom made, so they take us about a week to do. So what's going to happen is all of you are going to receive an onboarding call from our people tomorrow. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to start your outsourcing service tomorrow. You can start whenever you want, but you're going to receive an onboarding call. Our people will call you, go over everything in the program with you, make sure you understand what's in the program, make sure you understand how to utilize the program. And when we do that, if you're ready to get started, but you just ordered the marketing plan, you want to see how that, what we put in the marketing plan for you, then just let them know that. Say, you know what, I just ordered my multi-channel marketing plan, so it looks like it's going to be about a week, and then you can just call us back when you receive it, and then you can get started then, or you can get started whenever you want. So basically, the two things you need to know is, number one, you're going to receive an email from us tonight that breaks down everything in the program and how to use it. If you don't receive that email, make sure you check your junk. If you're using Gmail and you're a web-based Gmail user, it may end up in our promotions tab because Gmail may not know that we're friends. So if that's the case, make sure you drag that email into your primary tab and hit accept. That way you'll be able to get all this great information that I'm going to be sending over to you over the next several weeks. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of ideas and strategies on how best to utilize your program. So that's all coming your way too. But if for some reason you still don't get your email, don't worry about it because we're going to call you tomorrow to go over everything in the program with you anyway. So you're in good hands. I want to congratulate you on taking action. You are the bold, young, bright millionaires that have decided to take action, and I applaud you because, as you know, the difference between success and lack of success is taking that action. So congratulations. And then, Anthony, can we go ahead and acknowledge some more people and answer some questions?
Yeah, why don't you let me go ahead and give away our cash prize, man, because we're approaching 3 hours, and
yeah.
A lot of people are asking me to what's the deal? It's just a little long it's a little longer than our norm. But we had so many questions, so many people that are joining and excited about this. There's also one other thing, Daven. While I do this, do you guys have any way to get the link working? Because I see a lot of people in the chat are saying they can't use the phone, they can't get through on the phone. They're kind of flustered because they want to join. I don't know what's going on with the link, but is there anything that anybody can do behind the scenes while I announce the winner to maybe just get the link working, or is that possible?
Yeah, you know what we could do actually? Here's what we could do. Let me throw up a different link, and this will be fine. They can use this link. Let's try. Oh, actually, no, it may not work because they may be cookied. Anthony, can you try it? Let's see.
I mean, what's wrong with the specific link that we have? What's
wrong?
We
just expired it out, so now it's going to the phone number. And I'm going to try to get our programmers to fix it on the fly, but it might be a little challenging. But this one will work too. But see if it cookie. Oh, it's probably going to cookie you out. No, actually, it probably won't. Try it. Try it real quick. It's getnewwealthandfreedom.com.
Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't really work for me. It's not pulling up. You can just well, I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So I would just put the other link back on. And here's the deal, everybody. If you are trying to get enrolled, we will get the link fixed. We'll get the link fixed for you. And so just save the link, and you can go to it after the webinar. So I'm going to announce our cash prize winner here, and also want to make sure that everybody is aware of the fact that, remember, next week, what day is our Success Connection next week? Type it in the chat box for me if you know what day our okay, good. Everybody's saying Wednesday. And Daven, we got some reports that our regular link is working again. A couple of people have said that, so you may throw that back on there so we have it, up for everybody. All right, everybody's saying Wednesday. That's right. Remember, next week it's Thanksgiving. It's a holiday, so don't miss it. Same place, same time, just a different day. Okay, so it is going to be on Wednesday. All right. I understand a lot of you are saying getting on here and getting on here. Okay, gotcha. Just making sure everybody is good. Okay, so our winner tonight, all right, is going to be, drum roll please. All right, there we go. John Michael. So John Michael. Everybody say congratulations to John Michael. Just scrolled up and found somebody that responded in the chat. That's what it's all about. Everybody say congratulations to John. Very, very good. John, congratulations. I'll be shooting you an email here to make sure that we have that we have your information and we can get you the money that you have won. We're going to have Daven stay around to answer questions if you have any. If you do not, listen, everybody, I appreciate you being here. The link is going to work here in just a minute. Daven's team is working on it. So if you give it just a second, the link will work. And so if you are trying to get enrolled in this tonight, remember, as you can see, it really does expire. Daven set this up to expire at the end of our session, but we went far longer, mainly because I interjected and I had some points I wanted to make. I wanted to make sure that you guys knew how this whole program ties into email marketing. That was my biggest point, because that's what we do. I only bring guests on that can contribute to your knowledge and to your success as an email marketer. And so I wanted to really tie this in. How many of you enjoyed having Daven here this week? Just say yes for me in the chat box if you enjoyed having Daven. Very good. I'm seeing a ton of yeses, a ton of yeses. So for those of you logging off, listen, remember, like I always say, have a great weekend, have a safe weekend. Make sure it's a productive weekend, and I look forward to seeing you right here next week on the Success Connection. Next week we will have my brother. He will be here teaching us, educating us, and inspiring us on how he is now up to almost $12,000 a day in e-commerce online. And the great thing, he has a virtual assistant right here from 123 Employee that's helping him do it. So for those of you that took action tonight, you're going to get a great training that you can then show to your virtual assistant once you get rolling from Adrian on how to start crushing it in e-commerce. So that's just a phenomenal opportunity for you. So you don't want to miss that. It is on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, the link here on the screen is going to work shortly. Daven is just extending the time. How many of you can appreciate the fact that Daven actually really did close down the program? How many of you can appreciate? Just say yes if you can appreciate no false marketing.
Right.
When we say that it's closing down, okay, oftentimes we mean, hey, we need to say something to make you take action so that you'll purchase this right now. That's not the case tonight. And you need to make sure that you buy it through this link. I see some of you making up links. You will not get your 8 months of your virtual assistant for free. You're going to have to use this link in order for this to track to me, in order for this to obviously be a special, in order for you to get the special promotion of the 8 months or 80 hours, whatever you want to call it, of your own virtual assistant. So we can all appreciate real marketing and actually not any false scarcity. So that's a good thing. How many of you appreciate buying something and working with somebody who doesn't lie, who's telling you the truth? When it says we're closing the thing down, I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the heck? I got students trying to enroll and you got a broken link, man. That's not cool. But it was supposed to be over. The webinar was supposed to be over 30 minutes ago. So it happens, you know, it happens. So it is what it is. But remember, just hold tight, and this link will work. So if you are not enrolled in 123 Employee right now and you have a specific question that I as a user or as a client of 123 Employee can answer for you, or Daven as obviously the CEO can answer, please ask it in the chat box now while we work to get this link fixed. Go ahead and ask any questions you have. I'll be happy to answer them.
All right, awesome. And also, I know that some of you are saying you were having issues getting through on the phone, and I'm kind of wondering why that is. I'm actually checking it right now as we speak. Yeah, actually, our phone number is working fine. So if you can't get through on the link, just call in. The number is 702-960-4130. That's 702-960-4130. If you're dialing from outside the country, it's just +1 702-960-4130. That's 702-960-4130. And if you are experiencing issues getting through that phone number, type it into the chat. Let us know what issue you're having, because we don't see any issues. So, but in the meantime, we are fixing Yeah, we are fixing the link. We'll get the expiration off of there. But again, we need you to take action before we wrap up this webinar. Once I get done answering the questions, then we go back to 3 months. The 8 months is off the table. So if you're really serious about taking us up on our offer, call into that number now. And I want to go ahead and acknowledge some more people that did take action because I think everybody deserves to get acknowledged. And so Jimmy Hartwell, congratulations, and drop into the chat and give us your why. Also, a hearty congratulations to Joan Jimka. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Let's see, that was Jimmy there again. Larry Ainsworth, congratulations. Drop into the chat. Give us your why. Candy Bar, congratulations. Candy Bar. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see, NAJ Online, congratulations to you. Also, a hearty congratulations to who is this? To Bernard, Stephen. Congratulations, Bernard. And congrats.
We got a question in the chat. Will this work with AWeber? I want you guys to realize this is not a system. This is a service. So yes, the virtual assistants, they are able to make this work with AWeber, with anything. So yeah, that's absolutely not a problem at all with making that work. So
absolutely.
Build Your List. They help you with anything and everything that you are doing as a business owner. They're able to help you with it. So it looks like we don't have any more questions coming in here, man. It looks like we've answered every question under the sun. Other than people still having issues with the number. Do you have any update on the link?
Let's see. I'm waiting for the update. We'll see if Liz sends it back. But I know they are working on it, so it should be open pretty soon. But in the meantime, guys, feel free to call in 702-960-4130. 702-960-4130.
All right. So it looks like we've probably addressed everybody, Daven. That's what it looks like. Let's see. I don't really see too many other questions coming in here.
Okay, so Anthony, the link is fixed. Do you want to try it? It may require refreshing.
Okay, so everybody, the link is fixed, so feel free to give it a try. I'll type it in on my end here just to see if it works, so I can verify it.
Yeah, you may find that it doesn't, and if it doesn't, you may have to refresh your screen. So just try that.
Okay, yes, you may need to refresh. Let's see here. Yeah, the link is going straight to the order form here, and you can select your payments or your full pay. So yeah, the link is going to the order form. So everybody, the link is working. I just verified it on my computer. So if you would like to take advantage of this, go ahead and use the link right now that you see on your screen, 123employee/Anthony. Daven, I don't know what time it is over there, man. In the U.S., we're approaching midnight.
That's awesome. We're approaching 9 a.m. here in Dubai.
Yeah, you're just barely getting started. So listen, I wanna thank you for coming on, man. I think I saw a lot of feedback in the chat. A lot of people said it's one of the best webinars they've been on, the best trainings. There's a lot of value. How many of you feel like you got a lot of value out of this? Just say yes if you got a lot of value. You just opened your mind to opportunities, if nothing more than the Craigslist strategy for getting new leads and things like that. So very, very good training session, very well put together, really, really awesome program. So yeah, I know a lot of you saying you didn't even know about a lot of these things. Like I said, they're due to the price and the value that you get here. You're used to getting a replay from me. You will not get a replay of this. This opportunity is available right now and right now only because obviously if I send this out to my entire list, Daven would not be a very happy individual because while he does like lost leaders, he likes to give away things in order to get you hooked so you'll actually use 123employee. He also does not want to go broke all in 1 month. So that makes total sense. And so it will be literally right here on this webinar only. So what we'll do is we will leave this link on the screen, so it will be available for you here for the next, I'll say, 5 minutes or so for those of you that are looking to get enrolled and were having a little bit of trouble earlier. We'll leave the link on the screen, and then we will we'll close her down. Do you have any final comments, final statements, anything you want to say to everybody, Daven?
Well, just once again, Anthony, I want to say thanks for having me, and I want to thank all of you and congratulate the young, bright millionaires who took action. You made a great investment. We look forward to working with you, helping you grow your businesses, but not just to helping you grow your business, but really achieve your dreams. That's what we're here for. So super excited about working with you. Look for an email from us. It should be in your email already, and look for a call from us tomorrow. And until then, this is Daven Michaels. Thanks for being with us.
Awesome, Daven. Thank you so much. Everybody, listen, I want to thank you for being here. I hope that you're all inspired and really motivated to do something. I think bringing Mary on was phenomenal. She's having success right now with this program, but also in her business, and that's the key. The key is getting the assets built, putting the pieces in place, pushing the ball up the hill so that you can enjoy while it rolls down, kind of without you having to do any real work. Again, next Wednesday, right here, Success Connection, Adrian Morrison will be live showing you some ridiculous stuff. He taught this strategy at a live event last weekend, had the whole room going crazy. It's like 200-300 people, so it was crazy. He will be here next Wednesday to give you a little bit of training right here before your first holiday here, Thanksgiving. And as we go into Christmas, we want to help you have a more successful business, make more money, and enjoy your holidays with your friends and your family, and also your time. So again, I want to thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And I'll see you here next week on the Success Connection. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everyone.